New York's new #1 for hip-hop and R&B.
Has got a new look. Ed Lover in the afternoon.
Doing a damn thing.
On Power 105.1.
Dear Summer.
Entertain me every day. I love it. Here today on Advice Hour, I've got some information if you're either having a baby or you're thinking about having a baby. Some really helpful stuff that I think that you will appreciate me dispensing to you. Plus, Advice Hour, which happens to be next hour. I try my best to help you out with whatever's going on in your life. You know how we do. During the Hour of Truth, no guests, so therefore we'll continue to drop it about the celebrities. And today we're talking about a bunch of them, including Tyra Banks. Oh, she's gearing up for her talk show in the fall. So Tyra's doing a lot of talking now. And we've got the results to the People Poll question regarding being pro-choice or not. Okay? All right, so keep it where you got it, and the phone lines are open, 866-GET-WENDY. I'm Wendy Williams. It is what it is. Welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Now let me holler at you for a minute.
Yo, what's up? This is Charlie Murphy, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback? Wendy Williams and Gorilla Black.
The first and most obvious thing is that your likeness to Biggie is overwhelming, and I know you get that a lot. Do you get any repercussions from that being in Compton?
I come at them, homie, I've been wearing my khakis since khakis was khakis. All of them had curls. Before that, y'all knew what a curl was. So
right.
At the end of the day, I don't really trip it. God bless him.
You got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Open the sunroof and turn up the air conditioner. Get off my armrest. I'm trying to lean. All right? Hold my drink for a minute. I'm trying to put my seat back. All right? As a matter of fact, keep that over there. All right? Turn this up. It's a beautiful day to be strolling along the boulevard. In a car with the air conditioner, that is. Shout out to everybody in the heat. I can't take it. Whew. At least once a week, I will treat myself to a beautiful drive along the boulevard. It's like the weirdest thing, like my favorite street, to have something on like this. Right here, just and no words, just and turn me up. Normally, the way I get into work is I take the Lincoln Tunnel, down 34th Street, 34th and Park. I work on Park Avenue on the east side of Manhattan, But this happened to have been one of those days, and I do this once a week. I will go to the George Washington Bridge, race down the West Side Highway, and get off the West Side Highway about 60th Street so I can hit the top of Fifth Avenue by Central Park. Because then Fifth Avenue, that's my drag right there. And I don't care. You can catch every light. I won't be mad because the sunroof is open and it's a beautiful day. And I did this on purpose. Oh, there goes Gucci. Henry Bendel's, Manola Blahnik, Fendi. Look at all the beautiful. Hey, how you? Oh, thank you. I get the What's Up Wendy's. I don't know. It's just it's a rejuvenating feeling. It makes me feel good coming to my show. Sometimes those last few hi Wendy's before I hit the mic make me feel like I'm not talking to crickets. Because I'm sitting here in this room and if it wasn't for my vivid imagination, it feels like I'm talking to Zoe, Shaylin, and Art. And as much as I like you all, can we please change the audience sometimes? You know what I mean? Same damn people every day. So anyway, what's going on, everybody? I was up in Harlem, actually, before the show. Today is Breastfeeding Awareness Day. Oh, yes. And so here in New York, it's the New York City Breastfeeding Alliance. They had a to-do up in Harlem. And I'll talk to you about some of the things that I learned during Advice Hour, but really the thing that I was teasing you about that I was going to talk about during Advice Hour are the some of the things you need to do to prepare yourself if you're thinking about having a baby. Totally separate and apart. I was prepared. I knew I was going to talk to you about this yesterday, and then today just happened. It just happens to be, I got to tell you something. I have a picture, though, of a baby breastfeeding, and I never get offended when people breastfeed out in public and whatnot. But why would I be offended by this mother and her son? Maybe because her breasts are just so large, and his eyes are closed, and he's
enjoying it.
Yeah, he's luxuriating in it, and I would be offended by that. Like that, I'd be like, can you all go get a room? Oh, boy. But, there's so many benefits to breastfeeding. So, we'll talk about that a little bit. And if you have any benefits, because I only breastfed for about 2 seconds, I was a Carnation Good Starts mom, and I have no regrets about it. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. And I wasn't trying to maintain the extra calories after I already gained 103 damn pounds. Oh. You know what I mean? Have the baby, and then the doctor tells you can't go on a diet because you have to maintain the pH balance in your body for the breast milk. What? Damn. I got results to the people poll. Are you pro-choice? That was the question that we asked yesterday. 95% of you said yes. 5% of you all said no. All right. Here's the new question. You can go to the WendyWilliamsExperience.com and answer. Have you ever experienced intimacy with someone of the same sex? Have you ever experienced same-sex intimacy? Yes or no? And you can go to the website, because I love to know who exactly we're talking to here on the show. Mimi Rogers is all upset because she did an interview, and the interviewer, Egads, asked about Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. When is the last time Mimi Rogers had anything going on worth asking her about? She was apparently, exactly. Mimi Rogers was married to Tom Cruise. She was an older woman to him. Mimi Rogers was like 10, 15 years older than Tom Cruise. Nobody could really figure out. Like, he was the original. They were the original Demi and Ashton. You say, they never had any kids together either. Tom. Blanks. Anyway. Or maybe there was no sex involved. Oh. Tom. Tom, you doing? All right. Anyway, Mimi abruptly canceled her publicity tour over in London after a British newspaper interviewed her, and they ended up running the interview, and what they ended up printing largely focused on her romance with Tom Cruise, and then now his romance with Katie Holmes. And she was actually in England to participate in World Poker Exchange. Are you into that? That poker? Poker's like taking over. I feel like I'm left out of something, yet I don't care. It's resurrecting a lot of has-been celebrities' careers.
It's big.
Well, anyway, she was all upset. Plus, she didn't like the way the picture turned out either. But here's a quote that she does about Tom in the article. He's always been a very intense guy who's openly passionate about some things, but we didn't go through the very public courtship stage. He proposed to Katie while they were up in the Eiffel Tower, but with me, he didn't do anything dashing, like going down on one knee. It just, sort of happened. That's what she says. Well, she was upset about that. She's lucky she was getting any attention at all. Thank goodness for Tom and Katie in this travesty of a relationship. Otherwise, nobody would care about Mimi Rogers. And while I love Jody Watley, you need to take all the publicity you can get, too. Elisa, can you call Jody Watley and ask her to come on the show, by the way? Remember, the boys used to rename her back in the day? Jody Want Me. Didn't the boys... I know on my college campus and whatnot, it was Jody Want Me. Anyway, so apparently Apple, the computer company, they rented a penthouse at Chateau Marmont in Los Angeles to celebrate the release of the GB iPod. You all techies, there's something new to get. It's called 20 GB iPod. What is that, Art?
I have no idea.
iPod to the second power, I guess.
Yeah, more space.
More space. So you can take the remixes.
Yeah.
And finally, the 7-minute remixes of songs. Anyways, a part of the promotion, okay, with iTunes, its download service, they had Jody there, and, you know, she sang Looking for a New Love, which was out and very popular in 1987. She won a Grammy back then. She was a former member of the group Shalimar. She definitely had a successful... Here's Art, a nasty stinking note. Her sister, Jody's sister, is the porn star Midori.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Y'all heard of Midori?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her sister.
What, Zoe? Oh! I sent a Mr. Marcus t-shirt as part of my girlfriend Lisa Carnegie's birthday package. Her birthday was last week.
I was sick last week. She missed him.
Lisa knows all that stuff. You know, she's single and kinky like that, and she's always been to the left of, you know what I'm saying. She had no idea who Mr. Marcus was. I was like, what? Even Zoe, the resident virgin on the show, knows who Mr. Marcus is. I had to question Lisa's porn game, and I thought, that side of life when she was the head of the class. Anyway, look. The first question during interview time came from a writer at Rolling Stone magazine, and the writer made a reference to Shalimar, and immediately Jody Watley put her hand up to gesture in the Ricky Lake talk to the hand kind of way. And then it follows up by this. Here's the quote. Please, no questions about Shalimar. Okay. Well, her request fell to deaf ears, as it should have.
Put that where? Back.
Exactly. Because after the Rolling Stones writer asked, then a writer from the LA Times asked about Shalimar, and what did she do? The Ricky Lake hand. Again. Talk to the hand. And she walked off of the interviewing stage area. And now backstage, she encountered the actress Nia Peoples, who, as you know, was married to Howard Hewitt, formerly of Shalimar. And honey, that is when it all fell out. However, I only have 10 seconds left on the break, so we'll pick up where we left off. You keep it where you got it, everybody.
It's Wendy, man.
My boss came into my office, and he basically brushed up against me with his penis.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how should I handle that situation?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
That's right, Turtle Wax F21's high-tech formula. Hold up, turn the music off. I said Turtle Wax F21's high-tech formula. Car business is what I do. Turtle Wax makes it happen. Turtle Wax F21's high-tech formula, baby, will get you popping, keep your car clean. Women will love you. It's only right. You want to have the best-looking car in the street, baby? Turtle Wax your car, and you're going to wow somebody.
Oh, my gosh. I am having the most incredible dining experience right here. It's like this 5-star dining in a dusty little on-air studio. Have you ever heard of Cater by Shawnee? Oh, holy smokes. Art, when I tell you, we got some sick food in the back. And it's like classy food, too. They're in Sugar Hill, up in Harlem. Some incredible, incredible food I have here. Along with that, some delicious stuff, shrimp, all kind of stuff. They deliver and everything. She does, they do catering for a lot of the stuff that Susan Taylor does over at Essence Magazine. They can create that intimate setting. Like, say you want to have dinner for like you and your girl, or you and your man, or maybe you and your family, or whatever. She come to your house and spread everything out. That's real nice. Cater by Shawnee. Weddings and whatnot. She's been around for 5 years. Let's see. This food is good. Here's a website to get in touch with her. SheNotes.com. She as in girl, notes as in notebook. SheNotes.com. That's actually her publicist. Her publicist, Rachel, who will lead you to Cater by Shawnee. I like it. SheNotes.com. Thank you very much. Look, there's caviar and everything in the back. Caviar and chicken and waffles. There's a full array of stuff going on back there in the pink room. Hey, Bronx, what's happening? You know, on Saturday, August 6th, you can join the WBLS street team at Bronx Suzuki at 4070 Boston Road. In the Bronx, WBLS Jam Band marks the spot at 3 p.m. Saturday in the Bronx. And caller number 10 right now, because it's Thursday, which means it's Pepsi Thursday. And caller number 10 is going to pick up some passes for the party bus to Foxwoods Resort and Casino. WBLS, we're doing it again. We're going to be celebrating Skimit Sin. What is that? Anyway, the date for this trip is August 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. That's when the celebration is. You'll have to find out more information. I can tell you what. It's about seeing the country's most spectacular dancers, hearing great Native American music by Native American drum groups and Native American cuisine and more. So, Skimit is apparently something linked to Native Americans, and as you know, they own everything that is Foxwoods. And so this should be fantastic in a very, very authentic way. Wow, rose fruit. That's so pretty.
Yeah, look at her hair. Wow,
oh yeah. When we were up in Harlem earlier for breastfeeding, we picked her up some hair.
Look like a beetle. One of the Beatles.
No, it's a better version of the Lauryn Hill.
That's high. It's a much better version.
Yes. You don't look crazy.
No.
Something happens when you get into the cipher. All of a sudden, you need to pick up some hair.
Everybody's like, "Who is that?" Oh my god.
Nicole Spence, my assistant. We got her some hair in Harlem. And she has a really cute hairstyle. It's natural, like Halle Berry and, Toni Braxton. No, but she's getting two things today. First one is she's just discovered hair and the power that hair is. Yes. The second thing is she's getting her LASIK eye surgery at 4 o'clock.
Wow.
The thicker the glasses, the wilder the asses.
Welcome to the club.
So 2 things in one day. Yep. I don't think you're supposed to eat before surgery. Are you supposed to eat before her surgery?
Not the day of, no. They told me.
What is she doing?
Well, that's light. If she don't eat nothing else besides that, she'd be cool, but not tomorrow morning.
We got an icy up in Harlem.
I'm just picking. I'm not really eating.
Yeah, don't eat nothing.
I'm just picking.
Yeah. Should have gave you a list.
She shouldn't be eating anything. No. When they tell me not to eat anything before, one of my surgeries, I don't eat Nathan. No. Nathan. They say you stop at midnight. I stop at 7 when I get off the air. You don't play around.
Your eyes too.
Please.
I want to thank everybody for coming to the comedy club last night.
Oh yeah, the comedy club was fabulous last night. Standing room only. It was fabulous.
And then plus there was a line outside the Dwayne Reed.
The line was crazy. The Wendy Williams comedy experience. We had the best time. And Capone made the big announcement. He just signed a deal with HBO.
Yes.
He made the announcement on stage. I didn't even have a chance to talk to him in the cut and ask him, what all he's going to be doing. I'm almost nervous to ask him because I don't want it to be something that takes him away from us. But I want it to be something that it just enhances our situation. You know what I mean? And I want to be sure that he's still going to be able to go on the Bodylicious cruise.
Oh, yeah, he will.
You know what I mean?
He'll make time.
But shout out to Capone. Congratulations on your HBO deal, man. Congratulations. And, once again, you, Ken Black, everybody, so funny last night. Art, you even did a really good set last night. Yeah. All right. Listen, you didn't make it last night, so what? Every Wednesday night, the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. Come. It's a ball of fun. Shout out to that family in Harlem. The daughter brought her mother and father, and the mother and father celebrating their 48th wedding anniversary. And Mom had both of my books, and I signed them and stuff. And anyway, that was just that was nice to see also. So, all right, look, let's continue with the break. I got shrimp behind the scenes. 107.5 WBLS.
I'm only 19, but my mind is older.
What's going on, y'all? It's your man, The Malicious, and this is Pusha T. We the Clips, and you're listening to the Queen of Radio, Wendy Williams. Yeah.
Wendy got the heat.
Exclusively on Wendy Williams.
Wendy got the heat.
Mr. Engineer, please, the music. Would you give us a record, por favor?
Dominate.
You're behind, isn't it? It's one for the memory book, right? Where women beat their men. Dominatrix. All right, do what you have to. Oh. And here we go. So anyway, so she gets backstage and she runs into Nia Peoples. Well, immediately they say, according to my article, Jody put her hands. Excuse me. Wait. Okay. She walks backstage. She runs into Nia Peoples, the ex-wife of Howard Hewitt from Shalimar, and they engaged in a screaming match that was audible throughout the entire penthouse party. Well, from the vantage point of my sources, they could see and hear Nia Peoples say, when people remember Shalimar, they remember Howard before they remember you. Oh. The Shalimar hits have Howard's voice all over them. Yeah. Girl, you were just a background singer. Oh. At which time Jody couldn't really say much except grab her handlers and they left the party. Oh. Well, Jody, we're interested in your story here on the show. We would love to talk to you and get to the source of all this aggravation. I wonder if she married well like Sade did. You know, like Sade is, you know, her life is still very well turned, whether she's having hits now or not, whether all we remember is Cherish the Love and that CD, Is It a Crime, The Smooth Operator. But she married well, and she lives very well in London. And it's got to be hard for singers or, you know, people who are famous too. You know, they had their day and all the questions are about that day, and it's probably only hard if they're not doing anything big since that day, but in their minds, you know, my new material is better than my old stuff. That old stuff was crap. Don't you damn want me. That was, well, not according to us, Jody. We were all dancing to that. You know, what are you doing now in your life? Oh. Well, like I was saying, back when, you know, you were with Shalimar and the second time around and whatnot. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Over in London, that magazine, OK, which is going to be available here in the United States sometime soon. I need a subscription to that one because them London wags, boy, my brethren across the pond, they know how to put it down when it comes to celebrities. You think that you're scared of me or Casablanca or Cindy Adams? Be happy this is not England. However, when they come over here with that OK magazine, and I get my little sources on over there, you know, make friends with everybody and stuff, and then they start sending me, you know, this just ends. Anyway, OK magazine, which will be on newsstands soon here in the United States, our version of it, just paid Michael Jackson $2 million for his first interview since being acquitted of child molestation. You see what I'm saying? They splashed it out. They say Michael Jackson has given full approval over the interview. You know what that means. Bunch of softball questions, softball answers. Here's a quote. He got to tell his side of the story the way he wanted to. Okay, you know what that means. Sharing a bed with children is the most loving thing you can do. In other Michael Jackson news, he and Debbie Rowe are close to settling their legal drama with, you know, Michael. regarding visitation rights for their two kids that they have together, Prince Michael and Paris. Because Debbie Rowe, remember, voluntarily gave up her parental rights back in 2001. She's no kind of mother. But a judge voided the order at her request in 2004. In other words, all of a sudden she wants to be a mother. All of a sudden. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure they'll work out their mess just fine. So, Tyra Banks' talk show is about to come out in the fall. I'm going to give it a whirl. Mm-hmm. Just to see what all's... I don't expect much. As a matter of fact, if it really delivers, I'd be very surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Like, good for Tyra. Good for her. But I don't expect much. And the idea that she's, so chummy with Oprah does nothing for me in terms of making me think, oh, well, she's going to be, as polished as... Because that takes time. Oprah wasn't even Oprah until she became Oprah. And Oprah wouldn't have been Oprah if it wasn't for the only thing that we got in daytime TV was Phil Damn Donahue. Think about it, right? We might not have even given Oprah a chance. Oprah came along at the right time, and she was able to build her empire. Tyra Banks is unfortunately coming on at a time where people are so sick of daytime talk shows because nothing's offered us anything. Everything has tumbled down to the point of Sharon Osbourne. You saw what happened to Ananda Lewis, Ricky Lake, Queen Latifah. I mean, these shows are on and they get picked off. You almost don't even want to develop a friendship in your head with the host because they're going to be disappearing any second now. So Tyra has a little bit of a chance in that. Don't we already know her, kind of, sort of? We know her through before she got her breast implants and she was the flatsy on the basketball court. Love and Basketball? Higher Learning. We know her through Higher Learning. We know her through Love and Basketball. She was in Love and Basketball too?
Yeah.
We know her through dating John Singleton back in the day. We know her from America's Next Top Model. We know her from Victoria's Secrets. And so, anyway, we'll talk. Oh, and Advice Hour is next. Ring the phone. I'm here for you. 866-GET-WENDY.
Wendy, man.
I have a girl, right, for 10 years. Like half of it, I've been in jail like 5 years. I come home recently, right, and I come to find out now she's dealing with women. I don't have no problem with that, you know what I mean?
As long as you could be in on it.
Yeah.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice Hour.
I'm having a problem with my fiancé and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm. Okay, New York City, Platinum Realty family of companies,
I'm
New
doing
Division
well. How are
Media,
you?
and Yoni Diamond Watches present the sensational R&B summer show and after party starring
Hello?
Carl Thomas.
Hello?
Yep, it's
Hi,
Carl
it's
Thomas
Wendy.
performing
Hi,
on
how you
stage
doing?
at Club
I'm doing well. How are you today?
91-12,
Fine. What can I help you with?
144th Place, Jamaica, Queens.
I
The
just
date
want to
is
ask you,
Saturday,
like,
August 13th. The doors open up at 8 p.m.
Do you think
and
it's something
I
wrong
will be
with
your
a woman
host. Plus,
dating
Yoni Diamond
her
Watch
sister's
Company is
brother?
giving away a
They don't
diamond
have the
watch
same
during the
father,
after
mother,
party. So
but
join me for
they
the
have the
show,
same
the
father.
WBLS Hummer 2, because they've got goodies to go. A woman from your dating somebody station. that's not Concerts related to from her by 8 p.m. blood, to 10 who p.m. and the happens first to be 100 people to arrive are going to be able to sister's brother, luxuriate with me in the WBLS. There is something wrong with it. Because at the very least, if their relationship does not last, it messes up family dynamics. Because now you have two bitter exes. Screw it. $30 in advance, more at the door. The date is Saturday, August 13th. Carl Thomas live at Club Amazora, Jamaica, Queens. Me, you, Carl Thomas. It's going to be nice.
Wendy Williams! Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy Williams Experience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on the radio, and it's Advice Hour. And like I was telling you earlier today, I was up in Harlem acknowledging breast feeding awareness day. A shout out to the New York City Breastfeeding Alliance. And shout out to all the mothers who are still lactating and breastfeeding and whatnot. The thing about breastfeeding that they say is, well, first of all, it's free food for your baby. So, if it's free, it's for you, right? Also, they say that breastfeeding will help you out in bonding with your child. And they say it also cuts down on postpartum because you and your child spend that time together. You have a better understanding of each other. And I guess it helps in the process of, eliminating postpartum, or at least cutting down on it. Also, the babies have less risk of respiratory tract infections, ear infections, less stomach upset, less allergies, whereas artificially fed babies have a higher risk of respiratory tract and ear infections, more stomach upset, and greater risk to allergies. I don't know what the link is to our son having RSV in his first year and me not breastfeeding, but I can tell you that RSV, I think that's what it's called, RSV, yeah. Respiratory, anyway, it's viral thing. And he was in the hospital for about 24 hours. And, thank God he came through. Oh, just so helpless, sitting there in that, the boy in the plastic bubble and so on and so forth. I think he was under a year, we took him to the pediatrician. There's a little breathing thing going on, and the pediatrician said, take him over to the hospital. And it wasn't the ambulance and all like that, but, we got him to the hospital quickly, and thank God. It turns out RSV is a very common thing with newborns, and I wonder if it has to do anything with me. I don't recall them asking me, did I breastfeed or not, to be honest with you, when me and my husband were at the hospital with him. But, no, I didn't breastfeed. I'll tell you what, there's not a closer mother and son out there, and he wasn't all up on my double D's like that. And other than that little RSV 24-hour snafu, he's healthy as a horse. But I can tell you, with the pressure to breastfeed, I was feeling like a massive failure because I couldn't. And it wasn't until my mother found me slumped on the carpet, crying my eyes out, secretly crying. You know how moms are all nosy. Wendy, what is it? I'm like, what are you doing in here? And she says, Wendy, I didn't breastfeed you children. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So she shared something with me, and she went out to Targets and got my good starts, and she made me not feel like a failure. So while this is Breastfeeding Awareness Day, if you're not doing it, don't feel like a failure, because society will make you feel like you're some sort of failure or not worthy if you don't. But it's Advice Hour now, so let's continue with the phones. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Fine.
What can I help you with?
I just wanted to ask your advice for someone. Do you think it's something wrong with a woman dating her sister's brother, and they don't have the same father or mother, but they have the same father?
A woman dating somebody that's not related to her by blood, who happens to be, let me see, her sister's brother, same father. Yeah, there is something wrong with it, because at the very least, if their relationship does not last, it messes up family dynamics, because now you have two bitter exes screwing up family functions like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
Also, no. Since you're asking me, I say the answer to your question is yes, there's something wrong with it.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, hi, it's Wendy.
Hey, Wendy, how are you?
Good.
I need some help.
Okay.
35 in Atlanta, 2 kids, single, own a house, I have a decent job, and I'm going to school for 2 or 3 things. I have a business as well. I can't meet a decent man.
It's tough out there. You got too much going on.
It's like when they say, well, what do you do for a living? And if I say, I babysit. Okay,
there you go. That's when they want you.
And then I'm like, well, don't you want somebody who has something?
It's too much of a challenge, because after the sex, if you even have energy for that, because the assumption is you work so hard, when would you find time for it? But after the sex, now they have to deal with you and your big paycheck or whatever, and your driven ambition.
What am I gonna do?
They don't have tolerance for that. A lot of men. Never give up the search. Keep your nails done, your waist tight. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Also, when they find out that I won't have sexual relations, they're like, okay, we'll see you later.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got a whole bunch of things working in your favor as a woman, but not in your favor from a man's perspective. You know, you're discriminating when it comes to who you want to sleep with. Oh, gee, gads.
What am I do? I need to move.
You'll encounter the same thing probably no matter where you go. I mean, you're a driven woman.
Oh my God.
And it's tough out there. Look at Oprah. She's back to Stedman. Probably not necessarily because she wants to be, but because, who's up to the challenge?
I know, but I don't want to go back to all the trash that I've had. But people say I need to lower my standards. But I'm telling you, I've had them on the bus stop, under the bus stop, living with their mother, their baby mother, their sister.
Yeah, so you do have high and low standards.
So, I mean, I've had them, and I don't feel like I have any standards. It's like I accept them for who they are. But nothing. I can't get anybody decent. Nobody.
If it was that easy, where you could call and I can give you the answer, there'd be no single women out there unless they wanted to be. I wish you well in your search.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Right.
Hello. Hi, Wendy. Oops. She got impatient. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Wendy?
Yep.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay. I love your show.
Thank you.
I'm calling for some advice.
Okay.
Okay. This is the situation. Me and my husband have been married for 3 years.
Turn your radio all the way down. Okay.
Right. Me and my husband have been married for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been carrying like the financial load and everything. And recently I found out that he's cheating on me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's driving a car, parking out in front of my house and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, Wendy, I know the answer to this, but you think I should get rid of him?
3 years. You forgot to mention kids. Do you have children?
Yes.
How many?
3.
Mm-hmm. How old are they?
11 and under.
And they're all his children as well?
Yes.
So you've been married for 3 years, but you've known him and been intimate with him for at least 11 years?
15.
15. How old are you?
In my 30s.
Yeah, I think you said, did you say 35 in the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah. You've known him all of your adult life.
Right.
Sometimes there's a reason to bail, and sometimes there's not. I mean, is there any salvaging this? Cheating, before it was done to me, was an absolute reason to leave a marriage.
Well, I tried to reconcile it. I even accepted the apology, but it's continued to go on.
Oh.
So what do you think?
You ready to be a single mom?
I'm handling it now.
Yeah, but I mean, absolutely, like it's you and the kids, and now he's going to ask you for some money. You ready for a little spousal support?
That's what I'm worried about.
And are you ready for him to shirk his responsibilities regarding child support? Because they say that they love their kids. They say a lot of stuff. And the honorable men live up to their bargain and they pay their child support. But are you ready for a nasty fight?
It looks that way.
And if you are, then I would do it sooner than later because Christmas is coming and so is Thanksgiving. And you want the kids to have some sort of normalcy as opposed to the upheaval between mom and dad by the holidays. And also, they're about to go back to school.
So you need to straighten it out now.
Yeah, you need to, like now. When I say straighten it out, you're talking about you want a divorce, right?
Yes.
Okay, you need to drop the bomb today.
Okay.
Can you send the kids over to mom's house or something?
I can do that.
So then that way you can have today, tomorrow, and all through the weekend to fight and drive home your point. So by the time those kids come back to you on Sunday evening, the fighting is done.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Call yourself an attorney also today. Like when you get off the phone with me, get yourself in line with an attorney.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Wendy, and I love your show.
You're very welcome. Take care. Realize that the burden of the divorce is going to mostly be on you to execute it, get it done, and everything because he is most likely going to probably turn trifling since, he's a wild cheat.
Right.
Yeah.
And reckless.
Yeah, and reckless. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I wish you well. Be strong.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Hello? Hello?
Hello, is this Wendy?
Yes, speaking. Hi.
Hi, are you still doing the Vice Hour?
Yes, we are. What's going on?
Hi, I need to ask you something.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you a story. I'm 17. I just graduated high school. And I live with my girlfriend and my best friend, his girlfriend, and his 1-year-old son.
Wow, so there's 5 of you in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my problem is he has a little drug problem. And I've been trying to help him, but he just doesn't want to get help. I just want to know, should I drop him or should I just keep trying?
What's his drug of choice?
Coke.
Yeah. Does she know, the girlfriend? His girlfriend?
Yeah, we've all been trying to help him, but he just doesn't want help.
Can you and your girlfriend afford to, at the very least, move out of the house and help him from afar, so help doesn't have to be a 24-hour thing where he's all up in your face and the baby and the whole bit? It sounds to me like you and your girlfriend might need your own place.
No, see, that's the thing. It's our apartment, but they had nowhere to go, so we let them move in with us.
Okay, when is the timetable for them to be moving out?
Soon, I hope.
No. It's your place. Plus, you're the man. I mean, it's you and your girlfriend's place, but out of you and your girlfriend, you're the man. So, be a leader. Okay.
Okay.
And now, when do we want them out? Come on, let's me and you hash it out now. August 15th.
August 15th.
It's a nice even date. It's in the middle of the week. Oh well, if they can't move their stuff out, do they have furniture and everything with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the weekend closest to August 15th. You need them out. You need them out, or you are changing locks. And he might not be the one to talk to about it because he's going to be irrational, because perhaps the drugs or whatever. But talk to his girlfriend about it. And you know what it has? Tell them it has to do with the drugs, but it also has to do with you and your girlfriend want your place back.
Yeah.
You're 17 and embarking on the world. You don't want your place looking like Romper Room.
Exactly.
You got the toys every place, the diapers, that constant baby smell. You're not ready for that.
No.
And then the drugs. So August 15th or the Saturday closest to. I wish you well.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost you for a minute.
Yeah. I wish you well. Get your girlfriend in on this one too, but you make sure that you're the absolute leader out of the 5 of you in the house. You're the leader, man.
All right.
And you set the rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Wendy.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Hi, it's Wendy. Who's this?
Hi, Wendy. This is Josette.
Hey, Josette.
How are you?
Doing well.
I was calling because I had a problem. I actually was in a car accident about 3 months ago, and it left me basically like I couldn't do all the work that I used to do. I was a waitress, and I lost my job because of it, because I couldn't pick up big things and such. But I'm looking for another job right now, and I'm having a lot of difficulty because I had so much experience walking and moving around and doing things of that nature. And I was wondering what kind of job. I'm going back to school for film and everything, but that's going to take a while. It almost seems impossible to find a job now that sit down if you don't have experience sitting down already.
Well, a receptionist, an executive assistant, all those things. Are you proficient with the computer?
I'm online every day looking for assistant jobs and sending out my resume. Because, I have, a lot of customer service experience, but not sit-down experience. You know what I mean?
Well, I tell you, you've stumped me with this one. I don't know what to suggest to you. When will you be functional again?
I'm slightly functional now. It's just, because I don't have any experience and because it's the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
No one's really hiring at the end of August. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't start hiring until September, and I've got rent to pay. I live on my own. You know what I mean? So
okay. So with that in mind, have you applied for any public assistance? Because that's what it's there for.
I've gotten public assistance papers sent to me. A lot of people are telling me that I probably will not be able to get much because I don't have any kids. I'm 25 years old, and I live on my own. So, basically the fact that I'm sitting on my ass, they're like, oh, well, you just got to get up and find a job, as if I'm not getting up trying to find a job.
What about SSI?
What's SSI?
Some sort of a Social Security, the disability.
With the job that I had, I know that I didn't have any disability coverage on that job. Oh. And then,
well, you know what? The girls are telling me, that my interns, ironically, they're smart girls. They're telling me that doesn't matter. Maybe you want to go to the Social Security Administration and find out. You need to take a trip over there.
The Social Services Office.
Go to Social Security.
Social Security?
All you have to do is prove that you were in the car accident. Shaylin is telling me, and Zoe's co-signing. Yeah.
Okay, I love you.
Oh, well, thank you. And I love my Girl Fridays. Thank you for helping out, girls. Take care.
All right, have a good one.
Wendy, man.
My oldest brother, he told me he had a very good surprise. The surprise was that he turned himself into a woman.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, today's R&B and classic soul, and the Wendy Williams Experience. Shout out to everybody working hard for the money in Midtown Manhattan. I see you. Thanks so much for turning us on there in your office. Shout out to all the truckers and people who work outside and are listening by way of car radio. Love you. Thank you. Congratulations, by the way, to Shanette Garraway from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Last hour, Shanette picked up a great overnight stay at Foxwoods, courtesy of WBLS and whatnot. And so you'll be listening because your chance to win something is, well, it could happen at any time here at WBLS. You know, we're still celebrating our 107 days of summer, although I got to be honest with you. I wish summer was over tomorrow. Am I the only one looking at, like seriously hard looking at a new pair of Uggs or two? And I mean, I'm just like skipping over fall. I'm right there at winter. I'm looking at new Mucklucks Uggs, coats, hats. Like I'm there. God, and I broke down and got a pair of cowboy boots, which I swore I wasn't good. Yes, I did. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to do it. Shout out to Jane at Marmy Shoes on Madison Avenue. They're size 12s. They're nice and wide, and they're feminine, and they're nice, and they're tan with lighter tan inserts, and they're just beautiful. Marmy Shoes has their new fall lineup, you know, so I go in and I get, you know, I'm looking at shoes and stuff. I'm really not into cowboy stuff because it's like costumey to me. Like, it's enough that I think of clothes as a costume anyway, but I don't want it to be too kitschy like a costume, which is why I can't get into wearing beads, because every Mary-Kate and Ashley and every girl on the block, everybody's wearing beads. And I swear if I see one more woman carrying, you know, those big sequins bags, girls, that they're selling on the stands, I can't get into it. And I'm turned off to sequins, even though I used to love sequins, even during the day. But now it's just like, oh my God. And those prairie dam skirts and stuff like that. They're costumey because to me, then you put on your turquoise and you put on, you know, banged gold or banged silver and, you know, the big cowboy buckle and that straw Jessica Simpson cowboy hat. I bought one of those at Kmart for $5 because I told myself, no, this is months ago, because I said, you know what? I like the hat. It's cute, but I'm not going to make a big investment because if I never wear it, I don't have to feel bad. $5. I've not worn it one time. I just can't get with it. I feel like if you put on the hat, then that means you got to put on the boots, and that means you got to put on the turquoise. But Jane, I was over there doing my fall into winter shoe shopping, and you know, Marmy, that's like one of my favorite places. The sizes go up to size 12, so depending on the height of the heel or, you know, your comfort zone. Anyway, I got a pair of size 12. Jane convinced me. She's like, this is what everybody's wearing. And I'm like, all the more reason not to want to wear them. And she said, oh, but Wendy, come on. They look so nice with jeans. And I'm like, I am 5'11". I take on a slightly dykey effect when I wear, you know, do you understand what I'm saying?
I heard they're the most comfortable shoe there is, though.
No, nothing's more comfortable than Uggs and the flat hairy boots that I wear during the winter. Oh. Yeah, no, nothing's more comfortable than that. I mean, cowboy boots, they got a look and everything like that, but you know, on a woman of a certain size, what is that look? I mean, no, don't turn me on. Don't turn that on. No. But how you doing? I don't know, and maybe that's just me being sensitive. Maybe that's just me, you know, being sensitive. I love the lesbian community. I'm not a lesbian, but you know. There are just certain things. Have you ever looked in the mirror and say, I look too gay?
Yeah.
Right? Shaylin, what do you put on that has made you say that before, and then maybe you've removed it or gone with it?
Sometimes when I pull my hair back and I have no earrings on, like today.
Oh, you do? What's up, man?
Not feminine enough.
Yeah. Zoe, what about you? What do you put on?
Just like plaid shirt that I have, but it just kind of gives the effect of like
the dykey effect. Yeah. For me, you know what it is? Leather motorcycle jackets.
Okay.
And cowboy boots and Cleo braids. Like I got the braids. I got the braids one time in my life, and it was when I had my tummy tuck just to try them because I was, you know, relegated to being in the house, and I looked so gay. As a matter of fact, I looked like the queen of all butches. I didn't even look gay. I looked like I will F you up. You look at my bitch another time. Exactly. I didn't even look femme. I was like, oh my gosh, these have got to go. And I will never do it again. But yeah, even our queen of all interns, Bianca, she got braids the other week. And I said, do you feel, slightly, because she didn't look it, but she said, well, that's why I made sure that they added, and they were like 36 inches down her back, and she wears them on her shoulders, and then she doesn't forget to put on, some earrings and a little lip gloss. But even she was conscious of it. I'm telling you, it's like certain things, like, but I got the cowboy boots. I don't know if I'll ever wear them, but I have them.
We're to the comedy club one day.
We're going to the comedy club.
Yeah. Look larger than life.
Or gayer than life. Oh. One of the two. Anyway, let's continue with the break. And we're in Advice Hour right now on the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WVLS. Platinum Realty family of companies, Nude Vision Media, and Yoni Watches present the sensational R&B Summer Show and After Party starring Carl Thomas. He's going to be at Club Amazura in Jamaica, Queens. 91-1244th Place, Saturday, August 13th. I'm Wendy Williams, and I'll be your host for the evening.
Brothers and sisters, taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Old school short shot. Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. 2, 3, a little play from back in the day. And me, it's Wendy, man. Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy got the heat.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience, my baby, my baby. I love this song right here. To be having my baby. Yeah. And it's Advice Hour here on the show, too. Dear Wendy, lately I've been finding myself looking at women, not really checking them out, but thinking about their private area. Sometimes I look and I think, okay, she looks stink. I've done that before, but not thinking and lusting, just like, ew. That cat trap smells like holy hell. Hey, girls, did you ever think that?
If their jeans are really tight, yeah.
Yeah, or if they just look funky. Yeah. Okay. Or, this is back to the letter, or, damn, she looks like she tastes really good. Oh. Okay, all right, easy, mama.
I can't co-sign on that one.
Would you think that this makes me gay, bi, or curious? I have never been with another woman, but I've often wondered what it would be like. It makes you curious. Yeah, it makes you curious. All right, so I told you I was going to pass along some information for you pertaining to... What did I tease? Oh, okay. Here it is. So you're thinking about getting pregnant, huh? Well, before you get pregnant, this is according to something that actually Zoe found on the web for me. You want to have the healthiest pregnancy possible. So your body mass index or your BMI should be in the normal range. Now, if you're overweight, you need to spend maybe the next year slowing down, shedding some pounds, they say. Of course, your vitamins are also very important. They say studies show that supplementing your diet with 400 mcgs of folic acid daily will prevent birth defects. So start taking your vitamins that include folic acid. If you're even thinking about getting pregnant, you should go to your GYN and then have her recommend, the prenatal doctor. If he or she doesn't deliver babies and all like that, and they get you on a routine. I remember taking, yeah, and they always tell you, bring your weight down a bit. but sometimes you just can't. You know, a lot of pregnancies just happen, but this is for people who are planning. Now, once you're finally pregnant and you have 9 months to go, 9 months before you actually get pregnant. So you make sure that you have maternity coverage at your job. Make sure. If you don't, change providers as soon as possible, they say. With many companies, the maternity option doesn't kick in until you've been a member for at least 9 months. Wow. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Choose your doctor. If you don't already have an OB-GYN that meets your obstetric needs before your pregnancy, that you'll want to do that. Also, before you get pregnant, you want to talk finances. Babies are expensive. By the way, back to breastfeeding for just a moment, because as you know, Elisa Payne, who is our guest booker for the show, came in to talk to me behind the scenes about some things to add in. Now, Elisa's been breastfeeding since she had little Maddox. No, she didn't get the name from Angelina Jolie. And she said that breastfeeding actually did nothing for postpartum. Actually, she could see where, and she said she had a touch of it, but she could see where you could have anything from a touch to even more, because you constantly have this creature latched onto your boobs. You can't be your own person. You can't be your own person. And she was telling me, I don't know whether I'm saying too much right now, but her mom didn't breastfeed her. But she still wanted to go through with it. She said part of the reason is that, first of all, the nutrients. Second of all, it seems to be an in vogue thing for women to be as, natural as possible these days in terms of the breastfeeding. And she said that her boobs bled for like 30 days. Oh. What was that, a mistake, or was that little Maddox latching on?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay, latching on, making them bleed.
Yeah.
Oh, and Elisa, for what it's worth, the whole time we were having a conversation, I couldn't help but stare at that breast milk stain right in the middle of your shirt. Just look down. Look down. And you know what? It's an odd place. And she also says, the breastfeeding wreaks havoc on your boobs. Yeah, I don't even, your nipples might not be placed in the 1-2 direction. One might be like one and then boop. The stain was exactly in the middle of her shirt. I don't know. Maybe it was some butter from the shrimp we were eating in the office, or maybe it's just a little leakage. I don't know. You got a little something on your shirt, though. 6 to 3 months before you get pregnant, they say you gotta go get to your doctors and get tested to see if you need to be immunized for chicken pox or measles or mumps or rubella. Also, set up your workout. Once you get pregnant, you want to maintain your fitness level. You don't want to increase your workout, but you want to be able to maintain, and put your doctor in the loop. That's 6 to 3 months before you get pregnant. Now, 3 months before you start with this baby project. Boy, they act like getting pregnant is such an exact science. They say limit your coffee drinking 3 months before you get pregnant. The caffeine, you don't want that. Also, start zhuzhing it down with the booze and discuss your meds. For instance, like me, I take a pill a day. I have thyroid disease. Discuss that with the doctors, including any seizure medication, they say, allergy, depression medications, blood medications. 1 month to go before you finally give up your birth control pill, throw away your sponges, and you're just doing it raw dog because you want a baby. So you have 1 month to go before you and he start doing it to death. Choose your fish wisely, they say. Oh, Elisa just called. She said that strawberries on her shirt.
Damage control.
Okay, damage control. Okay. Well, it wasn't red like strawberries. Oh. So, like my friend Kim Brown used to say back when we were grade school girls, any excuse is better than none. Hey, Kim. Kim now owns a bookstore over in Plainfield, New Jersey. Kim, you used to say that. You probably don't even remember it. Any excuse is better than none. That's the doublemint.
Yeah.
Crack. I can't crack my gum, but, she was always effective with that. Anyway, 1 month to go before you throw away the birth control. They say choose your fish wisely. Consumption of fish with the highest levels of mercury, No. Reduce that, cut it out. And that'll include tilefish, swordfish, mackerel, shark, bluefin tuna. Get yourself a doctor, and I wish you luck with your conception. All right, everybody, keep it here. Hour The Truth is coming up next.
It's Wendy, man.
I just passed the NYPD exam. Prior to this, I got a manslaughter case. I stabbed my mom's boyfriend because he beat her up. Okay. I'd like to know if I should just tell them up front that I did that.
You're going to sound crazy.
The Wendy Williams.
You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, this is Ghostface.
What up? Holla at your boys, Jay-Z.
Hey, yo, this is Busta Rhymes.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Like the Bible says, free.
Wendy Williams, you don't know me. I'm not your punching bag. You gon' blow me up. Girl, better leave me alone before I buy your radio station and send you home.
Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, girl.
Ow. Special shout out to Charlie Wilson. Have you on my mind? I find him sexy and attractive in his personality, and I love his new song. My name is Charlie. Last name is Wilson. Sexy. Hey, Charlie. And he's a friend to the show, too. He's been here. Were you here the day that Charlie was here? Oh, yeah. Miss a day, miss a lot. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Oh, for sure. Shout out to Rose, who's listening. Rose is in Norwalk, Connecticut, and she says, Wendy, FYI, RSV has nothing to do with breastfeeding. It's a very common infection, especially with preemies and small babies at birth. They usually grow out of RSV at age 2. Rose, I'm just glad he's out of it. And I'm glad that, oh gosh, I remember that day because I was doing mornings at Power 99 in Philly. My husband called me up and said that, he'd taken the baby to the pediatrician, sensed a little something. Isn't that like a man to go to the pediatrician as opposed to just go to the damn emergency room? You know what I'm saying? But he got to the pediatrician, and the pediatrician said, take him over, to the emergency room. And I left the show early, my morning show, and went over to the hospital. What a scary day that was. But and he wasn't a preemie or a low birth weight baby, but God, yeah. Thank you, Rose. So Mike Tyson's holding 14 inches, ladies.
Oh!
Am I the only one who's always found Mike Tyson attractive? I am?
Yeah.
Oh. I've always found him attractive. I mean, until more recent years, like the tattoo, a little bit of the girly man has slipped out in a few poses and pictures that I've seen, and you know what I'm saying? And so that I always have a hard time digesting. But he's apparently talking with some reps for a friend to the show, Jenna Jameson, about co-starring in an X-rated movie with Jenna. I bet you he won't be getting slayed by Jenna because that'll taint the image. When you're a porn star, I'm surprised she'd even be willing to have black in her movie, but it's Mike Tyson, so it'll bring more, it'll bring more revenue to her Jenna Jameson company because she'll own the movie. Oh, yeah, she's a smart porn star, Jenna Jameson. She's a friend to the show and whatnot. Shout out to Jenna and her husband. So they say that Mike has been spending, as we all know, and this is what he told Jenna's people. Here's his quote. I need the money up front.
There you go.
And so the boxing writer Pedro Fernandez recalled in Zoo magazine that according to the court documents from Mike Tyson's rape trial, his Johnson is 14 inches long. Wow. All that strength. Usually you expect a little beep, with the weightlifting, all them raw eggs, maybe some steroids. Not that we know that about Mike Tyson, but you know what I'm saying. Usually guys, of that size don't, they're not exactly that impressive when they drop trowel. But all that and 14? Wow. 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 Exactly. Wow. Jeez. So I was talking with you about Tyra Banks a little bit earlier. I want to get back into that. She did a little interview with my friends over at In Touch magazine. Hey, everybody at In Touch, I love you right back. But right now, my girlfriend Golden Girl is on the telephone. Now, Golden Girl is, this is a syndicated radio show, The Wendy Williams Experience. I am based in New York, but, the audience is everywhere, online, and actually in markets on the radio. And in Philadelphia, where this is the #1 rated afternoon show. Take that, Colby.
Oh. How you doing?
When are they going to put him to give him something else to do?
Yeah. Well, he's the boss, though.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, he's too busy being an air personality, and the radio station is like falling. We're killing him in Philly, boy. Oh. From sun up to sundown, boy, we are killing him. Star comes on with Buck Wild in the morning, and that white trash girl, they be killing it. You know what I'm saying? And Shamara takes over the mic at 10 o'clock in the morning, kills it. Turns it over to me 2 o'clock in the afternoon, kills it. Oh. Lights out, 6 o'clock, Hot Boys take it home. And then Golden Girl comes on after the Hot Boys and just lays everybody out nice. There you go. So Golden Girl is on the telephone, and I want to talk with Golden Girl about that case going on in Philadelphia regarding the pregnant missing woman. Hey, Golden Girl.
Hey, Wendy. What?
Well, it's nice to speak with you, but the issue at hand. Okay, everybody. Golden Girl was supposed to be actually coming in the studio today to talk about this pressing case that has gotten worldwide attention, but it's based in Philly, and that is the pregnant woman who is missing. Golden Girl.
Yes.
I know that you know a little bit of what the streets are saying. Forget the news. Right. What are the streets saying?
Well, Wendy, let me just tell you first off, I know you heard that the girl's unborn baby father called into the show. And he said some things on the interview with me that has everybody thinking that this guy is suspect.
Well, okay. And how soon after her missing July 18th did he call in on your show?
He called in on my show last Wednesday night. And it was a call that was spawned from her father calling. I let her father call in to do a plea. Mm-hmm. And he heard her father on, and her father said, look, the unborn baby's father hasn't come to help us out. And the next thing you know, he called. Okay. And, when he called in, he was saying things like, if she comes around the corner, I'll never speak to her again. And he was not concerned at all about her.
Wow.
It was all about, I'm sick of people pointing a finger at me. So after I aired his call, he didn't like the callers. They called in and said, he's guilty, he's guilty. He came up to the station when he was in the parking lot.
Waiting for you?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, my God. He came up to the parking lot. He said, I want to come in. I want to get on the air right now. And so I'm like, no, you cannot do that. We had to call the security and everything.
Okay. To catch everybody up, as you know or may not know, the young lady in question's name is Latoya Figueroa. She's 25 years old, right?
Yep.
5 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. She leaves in the morning. She takes her daughter, who's 7, to daycare. She's a single parent. She goes to her doctor's appointment. Mm-hmm. The baby's father was supposed to be at the doctor's appointment with her, right?
Yeah, he took her to the doctor's appointment. And he was the last person who saw her. He said,
she never showed up to pick up her 7-year-old from daycare. Her cell phone has no activity, and her bank account has no activity.
Right, and he said, he's like giving 2 different stories. He told me in 2 different occasions. On one, he said he dropped her off, and on the other, he said she left his house. So he's actually lied to me on air, and everybody in Philadelphia has heard these stories.
Did the police ask you for the tapes?
Oh, they have the tapes. They have got the tapes, and then he called in again, Wendy, a couple of days later. And it's just ridiculous because everybody in Philadelphia, is really thinking that this guy had something to do with it. Him and his other baby's mom, who hates Latoya.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Now, he was in a loving family situation, but jumping off with Latoya. Is that how he got in this relationship with Latoya?
Actually, him and Latoya had been friends for 2 years, so they had been on and off again for 2 years. Oh. But he's moved on with another woman and a new baby who's like a month old.
Wow.
And this other woman beat Latoya up allegedly with 5 other girls, kicked her in her belly, tried to make her lose her baby, basically. And, it's all kind of speculation about her and the baby's father.
So, in our minds, even though it's not proven, we're looking at like a Scott Peterson type situation?
That's exactly what they're comparing it to.
Wow.
And, they just raised the reward money to $100,000.
Thank God, because $10,000 isn't enough to make people squawk. You know what I mean?
No, it's not enough to do anything.
Yeah.
But with the $100,000, I need to let people know if anybody anywhere has heard anything, they need to call Philadelphia Crime Commission at 215-546-CITS and get a tip. You can get the money. We need to find LaToya.
Yeah.
And Wendy, if you didn't hear the audio of this guy, it's on my website at goldengirlbaby.com.
Okay.
You can hear the whole thing.
Now, I have to just ask you about two more things. When I called your voicemail, I hear that you're having some kind of nasty-ass Golden Girl type party on Friday night. What the hell is going on down there in Philly?
Oh, my God, Wendy, I got a whipped cream Chicks with Chicks party.
She says on her voicemail, and you can either bring your own can or we'll have it for you. What is it? So is it like a lesbian party?
It's an all-lesbian party, and when guys try to come in, they got to pay like they weigh just to see these girls. And you bring your whipped cream, and you know what people do with whipped cream. Wendy? And so it's the Chicks with Chicks. I break out the whip, and when you go on that website, you actually can see a preview of what goes on in the club, too.
Oh! So that's Friday night, tomorrow night.
That is tomorrow night.
Okay, and then the next order of business is what is going on. Golden Girl, who happens to be my colleague at Power 99 in Philly, and also one of my fellow DJ ladies who I've always loved. But the other thing is Golden Girl gained more notoriety nationwide. She's the one who sued. She's suing Fabulous. What ended up happening with that case?
That case is still pending, Wendy. I'm still walking around with my ankle tore down, trying to wear stilettos and paying for it for 3 days afterwards. He put his foot in his mouth when he got on New York radio and told everybody that he had his bodyguard handle me. So, he pretty much put his foot in his mouth. And I'm still suffering from it.
Oh, and now did you have tape of that conversation that he was having?
Yes. Tape of the conversation and a million people in New York who witnessed him on the radio talking about it with the fat chick up the dial.
Yeah. So now, what are you going for monetarily?
We're going for everything he has, and shout out to him and his whack album that came out that he didn't do anything because God does not like ugly. We're looking for like 95 million, but
Now,
it is what it is, Wendy.
Let me ask you something. If you really love radio, would you say you got $5 million, are you quitting your job?
Oh, no, Wendy. You know what, Wendy? I love this. You know I do. I love it.
Yeah.
I couldn't give it up.
Good girl, good.
I couldn't.
Well, Golden Girl, thank you so much for calling.
Wendy, real quick, can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got to send a quick shout-out to Beanie Siegel because he put up $5,000.
Oh, towards the reward.
And he called his friend Dane to put up another $5,000. So they actually put $10,000 into that $100,000. So I wanted to shout out to them. And if any of the other celebrities in New York would like to add on, they can call that number.
Okay, give the number one more time.
It's 215-546-TIPS, TIPS.
All right, Golden Girl, thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Wendy.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, boy. Wendy, I haven't heard you talk about the Crab Fest lately. It's this Saturday. I hope you're still going to be in attendance because I have my ticket. Can't wait to see. Yes, not only am I going to be there, Artie Life of the Party is going to be there. And you can go online at thewendywilliamsexperience.com and find out all about it. It's called the Rose Tours Crab Fest. Crab Feast, actually. I've never been to a crab feast in Baltimore, but I hear they're all the rage out there, and so please, I'm gonna have my Frank's Red Hot sauce in my bag, just in case they don't have Frank's. That's my brand. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want to be sure that I get the maximum usage out of this feast. Art, you said you've never been to a crab feast either.
Never.
If you'd like the address for the engagement, it's 2317 North Point Boulevard, Baltimore, Maryland. So I should be there about 6 o'clock in the evening, something like that, 7 o'clock in the evening. But I look forward to seeing everybody there and to find out more information about the Rose Tours Crab Feast with me. It's going to be this Saturday, and you can go to my website, thewendywilliamsexperience.com, or you can go online for information at rosetours.com. Rose like the flower, rosetours.com, and shout out to everybody in the area because we'll be boom banging. And you know what? Shout out to the young African-American woman. That's the way she signed her fax. She says, did you notice in Jessica Simpson's video that she's washing a car with a Confederate flag on the hood? What's up with that? I don't know. Confederate flags still make me as uneasy as hell. So I look at Jessica a lot differently. But anyway, keep it here, everybody.
Wendy, man. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Alrighty, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and Classic Soul. Don't forget, Vaughn is on vacation all this week, but Champagne is filling in for Vaughn at 7 o'clock. Be sure you're listening. Champagne is going to give you more details on how you can win a trip to France to see Common perform, courtesy of the fabulous people at Hennessy. Isn't that great? In the meantime, it's Pepsi Thursday here at WBLS, and you can join us for the BLS Party Bus to Foxwoods Casino and Resort. It's going to be fabulous. August 25th through 28th. Hey, Tina, the radio station and the winner's going to be there all of those days. It's a full weekend. Yeah. And we pay for the room and everything? Yeah. Oh, my, that's a good prize. August 25th through 28th. Look at your calendar. If you're free, you can join us in celebrating Skemitzen, which apparently is some sort of Native American holiday. It sounds like it's almost like their Thanksgiving with all the food and stuff. She has food in her mouth.
Food in my mouth.
So what? We talk like that here.
It's kind of like West Indian Day Carnival, except the Native American version of it.
Oh, wow. I see here on the details of the contest sheet, you have spectacular dancers, Native American drum groups, Native American cuisine, and more.
It's super fun.
Sounds good. And you can go free. So call now and join us on, look, we drive you up there on the BLS Party Bus. Oh. You can't beat that. And we get your room for you. You got to be 21 or older, though, because we're not doing permission slips from your mom and dad. Besides, don't you have some homework to do?
Oh.
Oh, it's summer. Oh, damn. When's school back in session?
Next month.
Can't wait. 866-GET-WENDY. Dial in now and win this fabulous weekend in Foxwoods, courtesy of your radio station. This is fabulous. That's a good... Art, see if you can go up there and report back what happens.
Okay.
What goes on at Skemitzen stays at Skemitzen.
Oh, like that.
No, I'm serious. Find out. Would you go up there and spy and see what all goes down?
I'll do what you need me to do. I'll go out there.
All right, great. Radio station get your room and stuff?
I don't know. I was pushing it.
Well, no. I mean, don't go if you're not going to be like a winner.
Right.
Are they going to let you ride the bus and everything?
Hopefully. I'll ask.
Yeah.
I'll ask the big man.
Yeah. All right, so you need a seat on the bus.
Yeah.
And a hotel room.
Yes.
Unless they ask you to share with...
And a fully stocked bar.
And a fully stocked bar. And the key to that bar, too. Artie is the life of the party. He'll take it up. He'll supersize that weekend.
There you go.
With all the shenanigans he does. Everybody, are you ready for some football? Of course. Even if you don't like football, because I could give a crap about the football. But I'll tell you what, I've been to the New York Urban League's 35th. Well, this year's the 35th, but I've been to the annual football classic at Giant Stadium. It goes on in September. This year, it's September 24th. You don't even have to like football or sports at all. All you have to do is have a cute outfit and enjoy walking, prancing like a peacock. If you're single, perfect place to prance. If you're married, perfect place to cheat. Oh gosh, I didn't mean that. It's a perfect day for you, your whole family, including the kids and the whole bit. As a matter of fact, bring a little pit and tailgate. That's what people do out there, and then go inside and you just catch up with people that you haven't seen in a long time, or you make new friends. It's nothing but folk everywhere you look. Find out more information about the Urban Leagues, the New York Urban League's annual football classic at Giant Stadium, September 24th. It is a perfect day. Log on to our website at WBLS.com. I know it's Hampton versus somebody because my sister-in-law will be knocking at my door saying, Wendy, do you got our tickets? Because here at WBLS, we are the official radio station of that. And my sister-in-law is a Hampton alum. Hey, Renita. And my sister-in-law. Do you still call them your sister-in-law when they're not married to your brother, but they're the sister of? Sade is home from Hampton. She's going into her senior year. Well, that's my sister-in-law's sister, who I still consider my sister-in-law because we get along famously. Sade. Anyway, this is a great time. Once again, go to WBLS.com for more information, or I can give you the telephone number directly for tickets. There's an extension involved, though, so get ready. All right, I'll give you a chance to get a pen and paper. By the way, are you going to be at Exit on Sunday? The rooftop party I'm hosting? Between 10 and midnight, it's free for everybody. And it's a listening party, too. Free for everybody, the guys, too. That's what I'm saying. This Sunday at Exit, I am so there.
Rooftop.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not raining this weekend. And not only that, if you want to bring something, I know how you are, you don't have to go out to the sidewalk or hover in a corner because it's a rooftop. So what do you think? Everything's dissipating.
There you go.
Out there in the atmosphere.
There you go.
All right, here's about the football classic. 212-926-8000, extension 55. 212-926-8000, extension 55. It's going to be fun. Let's talk about LA weight loss just for a moment. I'll give you the telephone number, and then I'll tell you what I love about LA weight loss. 1-800-448-TRIM, 1-800-448-TRIM. Anybody that can help me sensibly lose 15 pounds, because I'm a foodie. Are you a foodie? I love food. To me, they're all right in my book. They're better than all right. They're the best thing going. LA Weight Loss is. No food group is off limits. You get your one-on-one weight loss counselor, a.k.a. your weight loss shrink. There are hundreds of locations all around the country. I know there's one near you. LA Weight Loss has been successfully helping millions of people lose millions of pounds since 1986. Sometimes they say 86, sometimes they say 87. I know it's 86 or 87. The point is, well over a decade. They're not bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? They're successful is what they are. And they're successful because people like me and those of you. Last night I'm at the comedy club. This woman, she just turned 50. She said, for my 50th birthday, I wanted to lose 30 pounds. Wendy, I lost 30 pounds on LA Weight Loss and I want to thank you. And I was like, wow. And you have a young spirit. She was at the comedy club. I didn't ask her whether she was with girlfriends or not, but she came over to me by herself. So, woman, I forgot your name, but once again, congratulations. See, we know what other people would love to know, and that is the secret to losing weight successfully and keeping it off. That woman, no, you know what? I think she said the weight had been off for like a year and a half. Like about the time that I started crowing about LA Weight Loss is when she got on it and she lost her 30 pounds. But she just celebrated her 50th birthday. She says she's kept the weight off all this time. So, you see, LA Weight Loss, I'm telling you now, and they don't force you to go to the gym. If you're a lazy schmo like me, you love that. Who wants to sweat in a gym with all those germs? 1-800-448-TRIM, 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss. Speaking of weight loss, I heard Golden Girl in our conversation that we were just having with her.
Yeah.
She made an inference about a fat chick up the dial.
Yeah.
About Fabulous interviewed with a fat chick up the dial. And I was saying, well, who's she talking about? I thought that maybe, if anything, he would have interviewed with Flex.
No. She's talking about Miss Jones. At the sloppy station, Miss Jones.
No, Miss Jones lost her weight, though, I think. She was pregnant. She was having a baby.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen her recently. But that's what she was talking about, Miss Jones.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, hey, Miss Jones. All right, look, we're going to finish with this break. Press a different button and give Miss Jones a shout out. And let's move on with the Wendy Williams Experience on WBLS.
Wendy Williams.
Every state wanna be like, wanna look like, wanna act like, wanna dress like, wanna sound like, style still in clone ass, biting ass everywhere. Non-reality singing.
Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy Williams! Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy Williams Experience.
How you doing? If you're just turning on the show, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Shout out to Nikki, who just purchased my CD. She said it's fire. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you very much. Yep, Wendy Williams brings the heat, Volume 1. Creeping to success. Accent on the creep. I got a day job. What's your excuse? Oh, boy. Nevertheless, a fabulous product. No, I'm not singing. I leave it up to the professionals. Shout out to Nas. Shout out to A-Marie. Shout out to Styles P. Shout out to Jadakiss. Mario Winans, Marcus Houston. Shout out to Young Jeezy. I got one of those snowman shirts. I covet it. I understand that's like the hottest property in the street. I got a Shrunken Baby Tee snowman shirt from Young Jeezy. If you don't, that's more on the street side of things. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, because it's not for you. But it's black. Jeezy gave it to me. It's black. It's got the white snowman, and it looks crazy in club lights. He took me in the other room and turned out the lights, and put like the club effect on the lighting. I was like, oh, this is crazy. What party am I going to wear? This is crazy. And I have to make sure that I preserve it, because as soon as Lopez gets a hold of it, forget about it. It's ruined. She washes everything in hot water and throws it in the dryer. Doesn't know nothing about hanging something, putting something out on the deck to dry in the sun. You just have to... I've learned to just buy my clothes with the shrinking factor, But it's fresh in the closet, my Jeezy t-shirt. I just have to decide when to wear it. I was going to try to wait for the next Wendy Williams is on Fire on VH1 and then put it on for a wraparound. You know what I mean? Put it on as I'm walking, the streets and say, hey, everybody, welcome to another show, like that. And wear my Young Jeezy t-shirt. Just because the snowman, that sends a special shout out to a certain faction of the population. Them boys. Yeah, that we never seem to outgrow, girls. Some of us do, but every time you think you've outgrown it and you go out with a suit, you look at the block and they pull you right back in. Oh, shout out to the block. Love you and hate that I do. Damn you, you're sexy. Anyway, so they asked Tyra Banks, what makes the Tyra Banks show different from the other talk shows? And here's what she says. I've had relationships that I've stayed in way too long. I'm not talking months, I'm talking years. I've been in emotionally abusive relationships. I've had serious drama with friends and family, and I'm going to talk about it on my show. Well, Tyra's going to give up the goods. Okay. Then they say to her, what problems have you encountered career-wise? And she says, I hate to talk about race, but when I started modeling, I was told by many people that black models weren't going to make it to the level of success that I was trying to attain, and that's something that I've had to continue to fight. And then they ask her, how did you get through those early years? And she says, my mom quit her job. I'm talking about Tyra Banks. My mom quit her job and moved to Europe with me. I wouldn't be here today without her helping me and guiding me through this crazy world. She'll actually be on the show a lot. And then they say, in one clip from the show, you appear without makeup. That's pretty brave. And she says, I feel like it's just the most natural thing for me to do, to wash my face and take the hair weave off and show young girls that this is me. I think it's something that's extremely important, especially being in an industry that creates such self-esteem issues in young girls. And then they say to her, this is the last question, Tyra Banks, when you were a guest on Oprah, did she give you any advice? And Tyra says, she told me she thinks I'm going to be very successful and that being on TV every day, my life is going to totally change. This is worth a check out. This is worth a check out. Check out the Tyra Banks show along with me. I'll be watching. It premieres on September 12th. Check your local listings. She's single. In 2004, she split from Chris Webber. I wonder if he was one of the people who were abusive to her. I know Johnson. Hustle flow, hustle flow. Uh-oh. John Singleton. Mm-hmm. All that epitome of a black man that he tries to put up when at the end of the day, ask Miss Banks how he operates with his mitts.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go, Tyra. I'm checking you out. I'm checking you out. September 12th. Check your local listings for the Tyra Banks Show. Ashton Kutcher is on the top of Teen People's Power List. Wow, how does that make Demi feel? it's enough that there's such an age difference, but he's still on teen people's list.
That probably turns her on.
I was going to say, does that turn you on or turn you off? Kevin, our van driver, one of the van drivers here in New York at WBLS, said that he saw my ex-husband as a bouncer at a club here in New York.
No.
That is where life is going, child. Shut up.
No, B?
B.
Oh, not B. Oh, B.
Yo.
Oh.
Yo, when I heard that, I was like, damn, dog is like 53 years old right now, talking about, you got ID.
Oh, it's easy. It's B.
Look, he's spitting my... now, you shut up, and whose team are you on?
I'm on your team.
Well, then you better act like it.
The hell with you, B.
He spit in my face, called my parents, told my parents I was mainlining drugs.
Punk.
What? He tried to turn my whole family against me.
Oh,
it's Wendy, man.
My boss came into my office, and he basically brushed up against me with his penis.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how should I handle that situation?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
What's up? This is Jack A. Harry, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, this is Ghostface.
What up, what up? Holla at your boys, Jay-Z.
Hey, yo, this is Busta Rhymes.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Broadcasting live, it's the queen of radio, Wendy Williams.
Even people who don't like Jessica Simpson are defending her because she's washing the General Lee. Remember from the Dukes of Hazzard, the car had the... what are you doing?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The General Lee had the Confederate flag. I wish that was the part of the Dukes of Hazzard that we could have taken out of the movie. But then again, I'm not going to see the movie, so, I don't expect that too many people will.
I
might be going to see it. Well... Anyway, yeah, so she's washing the General Lee. I was just having a conversation, in this radio complex, we share the radio complex with Air America. And so Randy does the afternoons there. Randy's a woman, and we were in the kitchen. I was getting my weekly supply of Equals. You know what I mean? Because they're expensive. $7 for 100 in a box over at the Food Town. Why do that when I can... poach. And she was in there getting her cup of tea, and so she was telling me that this guy on CNN, she was explaining the story, he just said, F this SH, and took his mic off and threw it down and kicked the garbage can and stormed off the set. And I was like, yeah. And then she was going into the conversation that they were talking about, and I guess she saw my eyes glaze over, and so she said, do you watch CNN? And I said, yeah, I watch headline news. I like Grace, and I enjoy that show that's like Entertainment Tonight. Yeah. I've been on the show before. What's it called again? I forget. With the black girl and the white guy who hosts it. Oh, hell, I forget the name of the show. But anyway, and then I watch the Fox News channel, and I watch UPN 9 News. Well, it's 9 in New York, but I watch UPN News. And Showbiz Tonight is what it's called on CNN headline. Anyway, so she said, in other words, you don't watch the news. And I said, well, and then she said, I know your audience is more interested in what Beyonce's doing and what Jessica Simpson is doing. And I said, well, yeah, that's how I pay my bills. So when we were having a nice conversation, but I got the feeling that when she walked away, she was just like, but, you do what you do, and I do what I do. And then she talked about how when she leaves the radio station that, she walks, because, we're in Manhattan, Randy walks, and she walks past, I think she said St. Patrick's Cathedral or, some very, very large church where there's a plethora of homeless people that camp out on the steps. And she takes the time every once in a while to stop and give money, but have a conversation like, why are you here? What has gone wrong in your life? And, like that. I know, that's nice of her to do. But quite frankly, and I felt bad about saying this to her, I have an easier time just saying this to you than to her in a one-on-one. This country was built for you. It wasn't built for folk. So therefore, if it's non-folk, I never feel sorry. I mean, you have a bit of a bleeding heart, but then again, you say, what about my father, my uncles, and what will become of my son, and my brothers and my sisters? And I say sister with the S-T-A-H-S. And my sisters and my black ass in this country. You know what I'm saying? And Oprah over at Hermes. I mean, there's some very basic things that I think that, liberal, white talk show hosts don't seem to get. There are more pressing things in folk community. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? And I know I'm not the only one. I heard Star say this morning that he doesn't tip the white strippers because this country's built for you. He tips the other, but he doesn't tip the white strippers, which, that's a weird correlation. But what he was trying to say is that this country is built for you. If you got to reduce yourself to sliding your greasy ass on a pole.
Exactly.
Oh, well. This country was built for you. It was all laid out. And shout out to non-folk who listen. This is not against you, but I'm just saying. I'm not peeling off for you, slowing down for you, giving to that. You got this country at your feet. You effed up.
Go Wendy.
Well, no, not go Wendy, but it's just, I feel, don't you kind of feel that way? It's kind of. You might not have thought about it before, but think about it.
I don't like to admit it. But
you don't like to admit it. It makes me uncomfortable to say, but I'm saying what I'm saying because she just made me feel like, I roll past the cathedral and look, but keep going. I can't. Because you know what that is, sleeping on the steps of St. Pat's? That's this country's complexion connection right there. That's who she's stopping and talking to. I don't have time for that. We got a plethora of crap going on in our community to deal with. That young lady who's missing and pregnant in Philly, I bet you if she was a white woman, that'd be all over the news immediately. A la Lacey Peterson. But she's a black young woman, single parent from Philadelphia, and therefore, nobody's really paying attention. But anyway, tonight there's this show on TV at 9 o'clock. It's on ABC. It's a dating show based on internet dating. Have you ever heard of it? It's called The Hookup.
Yeah, my friend watches that.
Oh, you have? Well, there's a black woman on the show named Risha. Do you know her?
No.
The only black person on the show.
And she wants to date white, right?
Yes.
Yes. She's going to be on our show tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. I've never watched this show before. It's going to be a tug of war for me to watch it tonight because I got to tell you something. At 9 o'clock, I don't mind watching 2 reruns of Being Bobby Brown just to be at my perch already with my snack for 10 o'clock in the new Being Bobby Brown. But tonight at 9 o'clock, I'll be, back and forth between a rerun of Being Bobby Brown and also a new episode of The Hookup, just so I get to know Risha because she's coming on the show tomorrow. Well, you know what? It's time for the Inside Scoop, sponsored by JCPenney.
Oh!
Really?
I love JCPenney.
Okay. Well, the Inside Scoop is all about style. Clothing. JCPenney has everything for everybody. But I've got the 10 must-haves for fall, according to the People Magazine Style Watch. Shearling bags. Cardigans. Pumps. Skirt suits, frame bags, beaded necklaces, printed dresses, full skirts, newsboy caps, cropped pants, Do you realize you can find all this stuff inside JCPenney at a fraction of what you pay everywhere else? Wow. Yeah. Plus, how about updating your makeup? Maybe changing your shades, shade marcation of lipstick. You know, when you change the color of your hair at the JCPenney salon, you know you need new, if you wear foundation and or lipstick and, you know, eyeshadows and stuff. You can get all that done at JCPenney. Yes. And one place. You can buy yourself a skirt suit and match the color of your skirt suit with your bath rugs, because they got bath things also at JCPenney. Oh my God. And bring that same color into your eyeshadow. Mm-hmm. You like how I wove one department into the other? What I'm trying to tell you is that JCPenney has it all. I love JCPenney. Oh, and it's also time for back to school. Don't forget to check out the Arizona stuff at JCPenney. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell my mom to stop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. JCPenney's got everything. It's all inside JCPenney. And you know what they didn't mention in the must-haves for fall? Jeans. Jeans are still going strong. With a T-shirt, dress it down for day, with a beaded something or another, and a few strands of them beads, and some of them bangles on your arms. Zhuzh it up for night. Don't forget your chandelier earrings. It's all inside JCPenney. Maybe you need a pretty clip to hold your hair up. Not that usual damn banana clip that you put in. That is so tired. Damn scrunchy.
They're old.
Exactly. Buy something nice for your hair. Do something nice for yourself. And walk home with change. Go to JCPenney. Have I sold it?
You did.
Well, then my job is done. Right. That's the Inside Scoop. It's sponsored by JCPenney. JCPenney. The Inside Scoop was brought to you by JCPenney. It's all inside. JCPenney. Thank you, JCPenney, for being proud sponsors of the Wendy Williams Experience. I love you. So, there's this hot stockbroker, and he's written up something nasty in the newspaper today. He's a black man, and he's a Wall Streeter to the stars, and he's guilty of $7 million in theft.
Wow.
His name is Calvin Darden, and he's helped out Carlos Santana, scammed him, Latrell Sprewell. They got Nelly's picture. They got $300,000 next to Latrell, $950,000 next to Nelly's face.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They go into his luxurious lifestyle, talking about yesterday during a quick hearing in Manhattan Superior Court. This man's name is Calvin Darden, and he once wore diamonds, partied with Star Jones, and blew $500,000 on a giant fish aquarium. Well, yesterday he pled guilty to stealing $7 million on Wall Street. He's expected to get at least 4 years in prison, and he's going to be sentenced in November.
They come out rich.
Oh, yeah. Well, because if he's smart enough to be scamming the money, then he's smart enough to hide it where nobody knows. And when he comes out, he'll still have his money. Now, because he's not complexion connection, he might not get another job on Wall Street. Whereas if he was white, he might get a job on, he might be back in the game, like Michael Milken. But he's only 31 years old. And he admitted that between 2001 and 2004, he stole the money two ways. The first way was he scammed millions from a roster of celebrity clients. He also inflated his credentials so high at one point, claiming he managed more than $1 billion in investments. He inflated his credentials so high that 3 brokerage firms climbed over each other to hire him and throw him millions of dollars in undeserved bonuses.
Oh my gosh.
But that's playing their game, though.
There you go.
That is playing their game.
Can't be mad.
I'm not. But he did rob from folk. Right. But they do it to each other too.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett, Star Jones was part of the bilking, the client list. Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Sheffield, Samuel L. Jackson. All false claims that he told them all falsely that he was the man. How false is that, though?
He is the man.
He is yeah. He just got caught up in a 4-year snafu. He's only 31.
Oh
He'll still be a strapping, a young man at the man.
Baby.
But he's wearing his dress, though. He does look 41.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He does look 41. There were no penny ante firms that he was dealing with. Darden scammed Wachovia Securities out of $600,000. Smith Barney out of $344,000. And the mutual fund giant AIC out of $3.2 million. These employers saw Calvin as the new rising star in the African American investment community.
That's a movie.
Hell yeah. A movie, a book. All right, you guys, keep it here. We're going to round out the show next. Thanks.
It's Wendy, man.
I just found out this morning that my supervisor's pregnant.
Damn you, I told you not to do it.
Should I tell my wife what's up?
Plan on a divorce. And as for your job, put that where? Back there.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Well, it's Fizzy Wold Mac, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mo P's up in here.
Mo P's.
Fizzy Wold Mac. Lays. Fox Beige.
Yeah. And you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience, all right?
Exclusively on Wendy.
Don't come around here with that Wendy Williams. Get your facts straight or shout.
Experience.
You know you.
Brothers and sisters. Taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Old school short shot. Yes. The rhythm, the rebel. 2, 3, play. A little play from back in the day. You know me? It's Wendy, man. Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience.
I was in the hall talking to this cool cat named Gary Bird, who I love working with. You know Gary. Or maybe you don't. He's a cool cat. Anyway, we were talking a bit about politics, and then somehow it got turned to roaches. And I said, well, you know that's the ultimate setup for somebody. Like, girls, when you about to break up with your man, and you know he's done you wrong in every way possible, if you don't know where to get roaches, maybe you don't have them at your house or whatever, go to a pet store. Buy some roaches, unleash them behind the couch. Just give them a little something to have to deal with after you leave. And then I was saying how I generally am home when the mail is delivered because, I don't leave until later on in the afternoon, to come to work and stuff. But I'm generally home when the mailman comes by. But every once in a while, I come in at night and have to get the mail. And if it's late at night, when it's already dark out, then it's dark there at the mailbox. And I never just reach into the mailbox. I have a flashlight in my car. And I put the flashlight in there and then pull my mail, because that's another setup. I don't know why my mind goes to such treachery and mayhem. I have no idea. But if you really want to set somebody up, you unleash a snake. And it could be something innocent like a little gardener snake, but that'll be enough to give somebody the willies forever. Put a snake in that mailbox. Exactly. Between the roaches that you unleashed in the house and the snake in the mailbox. Wendy, I'm the man who wrote you yesterday about me and my wife going to the swingers club.
Oh.
Well, please don't call me a little man, because I'm far from that. I know, you're holding 9, but the man that your wife got with was holding 11. And I know you didn't expect that. Anyway, I feel we both agreed no oral sex. Then, for that to happen the way it went down, I can't deal with it. So, my wife heard you yesterday, And she was so upset with me. She felt that I should have come to her about it. And I told her, how can I come to her when every time I look at her face, all I see is sweat and moaning? And she asked me not to divorce her. She told me that she wasn't going to lie to me. She really enjoyed the thrashing that the other husband, because they got with another couple. They went to a swingers club and they got with another man and wife hookup. Enjoyed the thrashing that the man gave her, but there's more to a relationship than sex. I was like, who are you fooling? Then she had the nerve to say that she wouldn't mind doing it again. Anyway, Wendy, she requested that we try things out, and like a fool, I did. Wendy, it's over. I just have to find a way to tell her. It's from D Nice. Well, D, the best way to tell her is to tell her. Drew Barrymore is stepping into the Lindsay Lohan situation. You know, Drew's life, you know, reads kind of like Lindsay's in that, you know, she's young. Lindsay's been around since, you know, she was a kid and then came to prominence in the last few years. But Drew is saying to her, these days, I always think about how I will affect others by what I do. And these girls should do the same. It's so easy to say after you've had all the fun. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's easy to say. And even though I know a larger part of Drew's, upbringing was sad. In between that, she was experimenting to bring her to the person that she is today. I don't know her today, but I'm assuming, she's, sober and focused and, all that other kind of good stuff. But she's looking at Lindsay Lohan and seeing, one of those, if she continues on this same path, she's, no good's going to come to her. So the Colin Farrell sex tape, well, people are surprised that he's so adamant about it not being released, this latest one, because they say that, he's very well endowed. Apparently, he's a regular at the Playboy Mansion, and women are drawn to him because he's handsome and witty and charming. But after the fling is over, they always have a problem letting go. And he claims, it was one woman that I doubt. This is according to what I'm reading. It is one woman that I doubt Farrell will ever get. He claims this particular woman, along with Marilyn Monroe, are the two most gorgeous women in Hollywood's history. And the woman in question is Halle Berry. He wants that. He hasn't had that. She's with Michael Ealy. Doing it in the park. Oh, you know what? Elvis's chef died. The black lady who is in every Elvis documentary talking about what he likes to eat, the fried banana sandwiches and whatnot. Well, her name is Pauline Nicholson, and she cooked for Elvis right up until the time of his death in 1977. She died of cancer at 76 years old recently. Elvis, passed when he was 42. But she continued to stay on at Graceland and cook, for the family and whatnot. And she was the creator of that famous fried banana sandwich. It was peanut butter and fried banana, which is the recipe, and I've tried it before, okay? It's delicious, because if you've ever had a banana and just smeared peanut butter on the top of it, oh my gosh, that's good alone. So this was years ago. I tried the sandwich, and it's sinful. I haven't made it since then. Sinful. 2 pieces of bread, some peanut butter, and a banana smashed up in a bowl, smeared on the sandwich, and then you fry it in, well, she uses bacon grease. I just use regular, I can't believe it's not butter. And they are delicious. I don't know what you're having for dinner tonight, but, if it's one of those catch as catch can type nights, check out one of the legendary Pauline's recipes. That's a good one. Oh, and Liz Taylor has cut Michael Jackson off. No more night phone calls on her private line. Sources close to Liz Taylor are saying that he's phoned her constantly since the molestation trial ended, and she refuses to take his calls, and that she wishes him well, but she wants nothing more to do with him. All right, you guys, I love you for listening today. Thank you so much, Golden Girl, for calling us and giving us a little more insight as to what's going on with that case of the missing pregnant woman, LaTanya Ferguson in Philadelphia. Shout out to LaTanya's family. The reward has gone from $10,000 to $100,000. So hopefully they will, find her soon. In the meantime, I love you guys for being here, and I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace, party people. See you later.
Good night. Program complete.
Well, the line.
I know.
What are you doing?
There you go. Sorry. Triggers.
Take off the automatic trigger during this break.
It wasn't on.
Take the trigger off. And get the phone. All right, 866. Get Wendy's the telephone number. You can call about anything. A lot of people get confused about the bonus hour. Is it advice hour? Do we gossip? Like, what do we call and talk about? Yeah. You can call and talk about anything you want, including if you have a situation in your personal life and you want to weigh in on it, okay? All right. So 866 Get Wendy, that's my number, and advice hour is next. I'm answering your phone calls now on 107.5 WBLS.
I know I may be just a young girl, but it's my dream to change the world.
Yo, what's up, party people? This is Bushwick Bill, and you're listening to the queen of all media, Wendy Williams. It's a hell of an experience, people. Listen up.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour going to last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man. Here it is. It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS.
Hey, everybody. Well, they say that the doctors are fearing for Tommy Lee's health because a recent photo, and damn it, I had this photo. It was either in the Star, the Inquirer, the Globe, one of the magazines. I just assumed he had hummus in his mouth, and they snapped the picture when he had a mouthful of food. And then he might have, been drinking, so therefore, he put his manners to the side and gave one of those rock and roll, and they took the picture and his tongue was out and extended. A la Gene Simmons. Do you know what I mean? But this just in. Doctors fear for rock hellraiser Tommy Lee's health after a photo of him with a fan shows his tongue is covered with brown lesions. Ooh. No, I'm assuming it's hummus and crackers or something. Chicken liver pate, the color chicken liver pate, Art. And the consistency of it, too. I'm assuming he was just being rude with food on his tongue, going,
Yeah.
Now I wish that I saved the picture. Ileana Alonso, 25, met the rocker at a radio station in Los Angeles and posed with him for a picture. Only when the hospital workers developed the picture did she spot the raised spots on Tommy's tongue and alerted the doctors where she works. Oh, excuse me, she's a hospital worker, and she developed the pictures. Not hospital workers, but her. She says, I thought he was making a weird face, but when I developed the picture, I noticed what was inside his mouth. I work in a hospital, and the doctors were shocked. After studying the snapshot, doctors agreed it appears to be an infection. He has lesions on his tongue. Well, I got to tell you something. It was so disgusting. I just assumed that it was like chicken liver pate, or hummus. It looked like something that started out mushy. Yeah. Somebody wanted a picture, and he just, I should have looked harder. Oh my gosh! Because if that wasn't food, then Tommy Lee's got the Rumpelstiltskins all over his tongue, and they're brown and they're nasty. On another note, it could be pleasurable, all those nubby nubs. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? On his tongue. I mean, especially if you're already nubbed up yourself, Pam. You know, you with the hepatitis and God only knows what else.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying. Maybe there's more than love that keeps them together. Maybe they're together in the name of Bumplestiltskins. I don't know why you'd be clapping about that.
Somebody for everybody.
Well, Wendy, where the hell have you been? Halle Berry's not with Michael Ealy. She's with Heavy D. No, where the hell have you been? She was with Heavy D for a try out relationship and went back to Michael Ealy, in Atlanta at the medical records of the hospital. Shout out to Christine, who's at Yeshiva University. Christine is so funny because she's the one who sent me the list yesterday, Are You Corporate Ghetto? And I started telling you some of the things on the list. But listen, here's some more. Because I know you're just getting off of work at 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. If you eat sunflower seeds at your desk, yeah, that's ghetto. If you sit there reading this instead of getting your work done, this list.
Oh.
Yeah. If your kids call your job and say to the operator, let me speak to my mama. If you come to work on Fridays dressed for the club. If you cuss your creditors out for calling you at work. If you get your hair cut or done on lunchtime and come back a few hours later. You know you're ghetto, corporate ghetto, if you don't like your supervisor and a couple of the coworkers and you tell them off on a regular basis and wonder why you haven't been promoted. If you call in sick on payday Friday and send your cousin to pick up your check.
Yeah.
If you can't function straight when the batteries go dead at your office radio. If your kids' school supplies all have your company insignia. If you use the company's postage machine to stamp your letters to your mate in the penitentiary. If you contribute $1 to the office Christmas party, eat most of the food, and take a platter of lunch meat and potato salad home to your family for dinner. You know your corporate ghetto because someone uses your phone at your desk and they have to wipe the chicken grease off the handset. Oh. Funny. Hello.
Wendy?
Yes.
Hey, what's up? I can't believe I got through.
Oh, it's nice to have you here.
Well, how are you? All right, so listen, I have it's like a long story problem, but I'll spare you because I know you'll like to hear it. But basically, I'm 18, I'm in college and like home for summer, and there's all this drama going on. And, you know, like I used to be the type of person that really would get into the drama. Last year, like I would, you know, be right there and tell people what I think, speak my mind. But this year I kind of learned a lot at college and wanted to change who I am, but my friends aren't being really receptive to it, and that's like causing even more drama because now they're like, I'm not speaking my mind and telling them what's wrong. It's like they make it up in their own heads. So now I'm going to deal with even more drama.
Okay. Where do you go to school?
Well, I go to school at Albany, number one party school.
So you go to school out of state.
Yeah.
And how about?
Well, no, it's in state.
Well,
but
yeah.
it's
What I
far
mean,
enough away.
out of your town.
Yeah.
So you're home for the summer, and now what about the people that you socialize with when you're home? Are they local still? Do they still locally go to school?
No. Like a lot of them go away too. There are a few of them that are going away next year. A lot of my friends have already gone away to school, but they mostly go to other places around the country.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, when you go away to college and you do your own maturing and your own growing, even though you did slip in that it's the number one party school, so clearly you're still having a good time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people grow apart from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that you knew in high school and that you thought you had so much in common with, in just 1 year, you could have 50% less in common with them. By next summer, who knows? You might have nothing in common with them.
Yeah.
What have you been doing to keep yourself busy this summer other than entertaining your friends' drama?
Well, I'm lifeguard, so I work 8 hours a day. I listen to the Wendy Williams show, all of it.
Thank you.
Nobody comes to my pool, so it's just me and Wendy.
Well, you know, I wish you well. There's no clear-cut answer as to how to get out of the drama, but I can just tell you that it sounds to me like you are beginning to grow apart from your friends that you grew up with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wendy-
All right. Thank you so much, Wendy. I love listening to you.
Thank you so much. When do you go back
Keep
to
on
school?
going. You know, I keep telling everybody, put that where back there. every time some drama comes up, I always say to them, put that where, and I wait for them to respond. 'Cause they know by now. They know the deal.
Yeah. Now, when do you go back to school?
I go back in like 3 weeks.
Okay. You got 3 weeks and counting.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, kid.
Thank you, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, you know. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I love your show. You are absolutely fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for calling. What's your name?
My name is Tatiana.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Queens.
Okay, good. We love Queens. Thank you for listening, Tatiana.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm okay, and I listen to your show every day, and I want to congratulate you on everything you've accomplished so far.
Thank you.
My name, well, I don't want to give my name because where I live at, everybody knows me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but I'm a 36-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own career in the nursing field, and I have a 21-year-old son, and I'm dating a 26-year-old who I've been with for a year, and don't know how to tell him I don't want him no more.
You love him?
One way I love him, and another way I'm falling out of love with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your age and your experience dictates that you're pretty much the leader of this relationship.
Yeah,
You know?
pretty much so.
Do you guys live together?
Yes, we do.
Oh, my God. How does your son deal with that? How does your son deal with that?
It's his friend.
Ooh! Wow.
I'm calling from North Brunswick, New Jersey.
Well, apparently your son has been able to deal with it just fine because you're not calling me for some son and his boy problem. You're calling me because you're finished with a 26-year-old.
Correct.
But can I ask you more about the relationship?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so at night, the lights go out and your son goes into his room.
My son no longer lives with me.
Okay, good.
And the problem that I'm having now, my boyfriend, he's in a drug program in Newark. And I've been with him ever since 9 months going through this in a program, and we've been together for a year.
Yeah.
And I think that it's time for me to leave, but I don't want to leave because every woman that he had, from his mother to his foster mother, left him.
But you can't worry about that.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's what everybody's been saying.
I mean, I hate to see it sound so cold, but you got to do you. And because you chose the honorable profession of helping other people by being a nurse, you probably have it in you to fix what is broken in other people.
Yeah.
But in relationships, sometimes it just becomes too much. So the best way to end it is just to end it.
But yeah, and this is the first time in my life that I'm ever ended a relationship because it's always ended where they ended with me and not me ended.
And when they ended with you, you have to wear that. So look, Mother Teresa, it's time.
Wendy.
It's time to embrace your harder black side and just end it.
Okay, I'm gonna take your advice and go with that.
I know it would be hard for me too, but sometimes you got to fake hard and black until you believe it.
Yeah, so should I leave him while he's in the program or wait till he comes home and leave him?
The easiest way is to leave him while he's in the program, move his stuff out of the house, and where's he going to live when he comes out?
Okay.
Where's he going to live when he comes out?
Well, he has to go back where he came from, Freehold.
Okay. Does he have a family to live with or something?
Well, his adopted mother.
There you go.
He can go back and live with his adopted mother.
There you go. I mean, it's too much drama for you. You're 36. You know, you got a lot of dating to do. You got a 21-year-old son.
Yes.
You know, you got a career. Something's got to give.
Yeah, and it's time for me to be happy, and right now I'm not.
Right.
And I don't know if that's because he's in a program or not here, but when he was
It's
home,
because you've been spending your entire life caring for others. You had your son when you were young as hell.
Yes, I was. I was 15 when I had my son.
Come on now, girl. And listen, the reason that I say the best way to end it is while he's in rehab is because if you look into his big, brown, 26-year-old eyes, you might get weak. So the best way to do it is to end it while he's there.
Good idea.
Don't forget to change your locks.
Oh, I won't. He don't have a key. He lost it.
It doesn't matter. Change your locks. And you might even think about changing your phone number.
That's true, too. And I had it for 10 years.
So, it's time.
Okay, good advice. I'm glad I got through.
Good.
I'm so happy.
Take care. You got to be strong.
Thank you, Wendy, so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, hi, Wendy.
Hi.
I have a question.
Okay.
This is Dawn. I'm calling from Newark.
Mm-hmm.
It's about your board. I went on today. I usually go on every day when I come in from work. And yesterday, I tried to get on, and it's telling me, sorry, this board is currently unavailable. Please try again later.
Yes. Now, let me talk to Art from the internet section of the show, and he can better explain to you. Art, explain to me what you said about some sort of hacker, and you and Dustin in Boston had to zhuzh it down. Go.
Yeah, there's a hacker that apparently got onto the site and created a virus, so we're going to probably shut that message board down and start a whole new one in a matter of maybe like 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All
24
right.
hours has just passed because he told me that yesterday. So, you know what? If they say 2 days, they probably mean 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's going to put a hurting on me, but I can wait.
Well, all right. Well, I appreciate you being so dedicated to the site.
Yes, I have a lot of fun. I get a lot of information.
Well, thank you.
Network with people. So
Oh, good. Well,
it's a good play.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Tell everybody in Newark I said, hey.
I will.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. It's funny to see you on the air talking and pressing your own sound effects. How you doing and everything. That was Art talking and pressing his own sound effects. The Wendy Williams Experience website. Now, while the message board is down, you can still go on and answer our people poll question. Yesterday's people poll question is, are you pro-choice? The result, 95% of you said yes, 5% of you said no to the question, are you pro-choice? Today's question is, have you ever experienced intimacy with someone of the same sex? And I'll give you the results of the WendyWilliamsExperience.com people poll tomorrow. Thank you. You know what Asia says? Asia says, Wendy, I've been really depressed lately due to relationship issues, so I decided to go to the Comedy Experience last night, and I'm so glad I did. I laughed for 3 hours straight. I had the best time I've had in years. Thank you so much, Wendy, for putting that show together. You looked wonderful. Artie's cute in person, and Capone is a comedic genius. Yes. I have been crying myself to sleep for the past few days, and last night I went to bed high on life. Oh, boy. Thanks, Asia. And thank you for sending me information about breastfeeding kids. You know, today is Breastfeeding Awareness Day. And I was up in Harlem earlier. Oh, Art.
Sorry.
I was in Harlem earlier, helping the cause. And while I only breastfed for approximately 48 frustrating hours, collapsed to tears, my mother gathered me up from the floor, went to Target, got the Carnation Good Starts, and, that saved my life, because I was absolutely looking at this like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure, and who do you tell? Anyway, but there are a lot of benefits to breastfeeding. They say that the kids are, you bond quickly and when closer with your mother, although my mom didn't breastfeed us, and when she told me that, and I never knew that, she shared that intimate moment, and all of a sudden, all my cares about doing it, all my thoughts of failure just went away. I will never forget that day. That's one of the best gifts that my mother could have ever given me. And so, when she said that, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. All three of us are close with my mother and father. And by the way, fathers don't breastfeed, so what do you account for the closeness with the kids being close with their fathers? Fathers don't breastfeed. Do you know what I mean?
Just pay the bills.
Yeah. and so, but there are benefits. There are, first of all, it's cheaper because it's free food for the baby, the bonding, and, a host of other things. Less infection, yada, yada, yada. So if you'd like to find out more about the details regarding breastfeeding, today is Breastfeeding Awareness Day. And, ask your doctor. I just felt like such a failure, man, though. That was just 48 hours of, oh my gosh, I got 103 pounds I got to lose. And they say that breastfeeding, you lose the weight faster. I'm like, it looks like this weight is going nowhere soon. The baby's laying and they're hungry. What do I do? And then Elisa Payne, who's the booker on the show, she still breastfeeds Maddox. But she was telling me, Wendy, it doesn't necessarily help out with postpartum, because you always got this baby latched onto your boobs. You can't really get your own thing on. Yeah. Because you got to be there and feed the baby. And it perhaps some might say lends to postpartum, because, you know, you're waiting to get your own life back so that you can incorporate the baby into life as you knew it. Making a few changes, of course, but, you know. Anyway. Jody Watley flipped out at a party. I was telling people this earlier. So Apple, the electronics people, they rented out a penthouse in Los Angeles at Chateau Marmont, and it was to celebrate the release of their new product, the 20 GB iPod. Yeah, you pod holders, there's something else for you to get. Well, apparently they had Jody Watley perform her 1987 hit, Looking for a New Love. You know, Jody had a very impressive solo career. Plus, she started out with the very influential R&B group Shalamar. Howard Hewitt was in that group. So she was fielding questions from the press, and one of the questions was regarding Shalamar, and she put the Ricky Lake talk to the hand thing up, and she said, no questions about Shalamar, please. And that request fell to deaf ears. Next thing you know, the first reporter who asked about Shalamar was from Rolling Stone magazine. So the second reporter stood up from the LA Times, and he asked her about Shalamar. And so she put the hand up again, and she, stormed off the stage. When she got backstage, she had an encounter with Nia Peoples. Now, you know Nia Peoples was married to Howard Hewitt, the lead singer of Shalamar. And they engaged in a screaming match that was audible throughout the entire penthouse. And this is what the writer of this article that I have says. From my vantage point, we're all able to hear Nia Peoples say, when people remember Shalamar, they remember Howard Hewitt before they remember you. The Shalamar hits have Howard's voice all over them. Girl, you were just a backup singer. To which Jody Watley grabbed her handlers and stormed out of the party. I would love to talk to Jody Watley. She gave us such good style and such good dance music. And the kids loved her. Everybody loved her. Katie Holmes really cannot stand the press right now. They say she's getting increasingly paranoid as time goes on. She said that she feels like when she walks in a room, everybody's snickering and laughing behind her back, and she's often reduced to tears. She has to go someplace and dry up and get it together. She's just not used to all the gossip, and I don't know how much longer she can take of this. Why was I getting all wrapped up dramatically into it? What do two rich people in a forest have to do with my pressure? I read that story like let's work my blood pressure up. So we all know Allie Landry, because even if you don't watch the show Eve on a regular basis, or you don't eat Doritos on a regular basis, you know who Allie Landry is. And if you don't know Allie Landry, then you know Mario Lopez, because we all at one point or another watched Saved by the Bell. Yes. Mario Lopez played Slater. No.
Yeah, Slater.
Slater? He was so hot in that show. Right? Mm-hmm. Well, their marriage has been over. You know, Mario Lopez was a serial cheat. I mean, just a wild whore. And they were only married for like 48 hours. I mean, but he cheated on the night of the wedding. No. He had to jump off, down the hall in another room and the whole bit. And Allie Landry is, she's a sought-after woman. You know what I mean? But I guess he's more sought after. I don't know. Or, just a wild whore. He can't keep his thing in check. So it's been over a year since Allie got the marriage with Mario Lopez annulled. And now she's in a better place. She's got her show, Eve, with the rapper Eve on UPN, the sitcom, and that's been renewed. And so here's what she says regarding her marriage. Of course, I was devastated that my marriage lasted all of 3 weeks. I cried a lot, and I thought that it was all my fault, but my family and friends got me through it. Coming to work and having my castmates go beyond the call of duty to show their support has meant a lot to me. Eve encouraged me to be strong and even talked me out of taking time off, and I'm grateful. Brian Hooks has even taken me to the movies several times, and we've hung out at Eve's over the weekend. We did that a lot during the last season. I owe Eve because she's also my boss, but she put all of that on the back burner to be a true friend.
Her boss.
It's her show. I mean, she might not be the executive producer. She is. Exactly.
Troy.
Exactly. Her manager. So Eve is the boss.
Yeah, it's true.
So Eve and Allie and all of them are about to enter their third season of the show. And this is what Allie says. There will be an interracial love interest for my character. It should be fun. I still don't put it in my TV planner in my mind, though. I mean, when I happen to be there, it's just noise in the room. Fire! Woo! Yeah! Then there's some shows that you love so much, you don't even have to put it in the planner. You just know where to be and what time to be there. It's Thursday, everybody! Say it with me. 10 o'clock. Being Bobby Brown. Ow. At 9 o'clock, there's a show coming on, though. It's called, Zoe, what's it called?
Hook Up.
Hook Up. Yeah. On ABC.
Yes.
And there's a girl on the show. Her name is Risha. And she's the black girl on the show. She's looking for an interracial hookup. Anyway, she's coming on our show tomorrow. I'm not familiar with the show, but I understand that you all watch it. Like, sometimes, I veto just because I don't watch it, but I have to catch myself. Like, just because I don't watch it doesn't mean nobody else watches it. But I know on Thursdays what this show is doing, for the most part. We turn on Bravo at 9 o'clock because we don't mind seeing the reruns of Being Bobby Brown leading up to the 10 o'clock new episode, right? Mm-hmm. And tonight it's going to be a real struggle for me to watch whatever's going on in Risha's life, but I'm going to watch because I want to be familiar with who's coming in tomorrow. If Being Bobby Brown wasn't on, this would be the show that I'd be watching. It sounds like a show right up my alley, this hookup show. So I'm going to check it out. Zoe, you're familiar with it?
My friend watches it. She tells me about it.
Your friend doesn't watch Being Bobby Brown?
She doesn't have cable.
What?
You your new friend.
Wow, I guess you never go to her house. What?
She lives in D.C.
So what do you do when you go to her house? You sit around the island in the kitchen and make food and eat?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what we do when people come over to my house. Like, I have a girlfriend over, a couple of girlfriends over. TV's not the main thing. And I can tell you one thing that I do watch for atmosphere looping. Like, I just have it looped on Art actually hooked it up for me on the disc. Whitney Houston Primetime. Yeah, I have that
That's
loop.
Right.
Art
You
looped
watched
it.
that in the office the other day.
Yeah, you watched it in the office the other day. I just love that. That is great atmosphere because we've all seen it, so you don't have to pay attention to it. Yeah. But when there's a lull in conversation and you look over, there's Whitney on the crack is whack. You know what I mean? But normally when I have like, a girlfriend or a couple of girlfriends over or something like that, which doesn't happen a whole lot, but when we do it, the atmosphere is the kitchen. I usually enjoy cooking while they're there as opposed to having everything done and then sitting down because it gives me something to do.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. And then they taste and, we drink wine. I got that from Faith. Faith bought white wine, and I so didn't think I was a whiny. But the wine is good.
Gives you a nice buzz, too.
And you can recork it and put it back in the fridge. Mm-hmm. As opposed to champagne, you got to finish off the whole thing. And I like all kinds of wine, including the boxed wine. I like the boxed wine. Because it comes in a dispenser. You can keep it in the refrigerator, and your lush friends, they just walk to the door and... Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we drink our wine, we sit in the kitchen, we laugh, and I got the disc going on a constant loop of Whitney Houston Primetime. Or endless, reruns of, like Blowout or something like that. But Being Bobby Brown is definitely a must loop. I can't wait for that to come out on DVD. A lot
of money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, we're about to go into a break, but first I want to remind you that it's Pepsi Thursday here at WBLS, and WBLS, oh my gosh, we are planning the most fabulous bus trip. We'll take you and your friend to Foxwoods for a whole weekend, August 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. That's more than a whole weekend. Why is that such a long period of time? What is that, the holiday weekend?
It must be. That's where you want me to go, right?
Yeah, I want you to go see what else is going on up there.
But I have to miss a day of work, though, if it's over the weekend.
No, you're not going to miss a day of work. Then forget it.
Okay.
Then forget it. 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. To celebrate, are you ready for this? Skimitzen, which apparently is a Native American celebration, kind of like we Caribbeans have Carnival.
Oh.
Yes. And so the spectacular dancing. They got the native drums. You know, Foxwoods. If you've ever been to Foxwoods, you know that's Native Americans celebrating who they are, where they're from, that they got all this land and they got all the money there. I love Foxwoods. That's Indian pride, boy. Enjoy Native American cuisine and more. Isn't that fabulous? And we're going to take you there. It's a BLS bus trip. So caller number 10 right now is going to win because it's Pepsi Thursday right here on your radio station. 866-GET-WENDY. Make sure that you're free and you're 21 years or older. You're going to be free for the weekend of August 25, 26, 27, and 28. Dial carefully and good luck. We'll be back with the remainder of the Wendy Williams Experience next on your radio station, 107.5 WBLS. Okay, New York City, Platinum Realty family of companies, New Vision Media, and Yoni Diamond Watches present the sensational R&B summer show and after party starring Carl Thomas. Yep, it's Carl Thomas performing all his hits at Club Amazura 91-12, 144th Place, Jamaica, Queens. The date is Saturday, August 13th. The doors open up at 8 p.m. and I will be your host. Plus, Yoni Diamond Watch Company is giving away a diamond watch during the after party, so join me for the show and the WBLS Hummer too, because they've got goodies to go from your station. The concert's from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and the first 100 people to arrive are going to be able to luxuriate with me in the WBLS crew. And there's catering in the VIP by Michelle Walker of OzzyChristines.com. For more information, call 646-372-5496 or 646-778-1373. $30 in advance, more at the door. The date is Saturday, August 13th. Carl Thomas live at Club Amazura, Jamaica, Queens. Me, you, Carl Thomas. It's going to be nice.
Yo, peace, y'all. This is Common, and you listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS. Y'all stay in tune, all right? Love.
I have one thing to say. You better overwork.
Oh. Woo! Hey, we're back, everybody. It's the bonus hour of the Wendy Williams Experience on the radio station featuring today's R&B. Classic soul. And Vaughn Harper coming up at 7 o'clock. Don't forget champagne's in for Vaughn all week long. Come on, Artie, let's dance. All right. Let Woody get on this. He's at the door.
How you doing? All right, Miss Wendy, putting it down for the children. Hey, girl, I'm on the radio. And I'm out.
You better work. Everybody, every Friday night, on the first Friday of every month, the Shadow Nightclub is jam-packed. And this coming Friday night is no different. Friday, August 5th. CeCe Peniston at the Shadow. That's tomorrow night. Isn't that great? CeCe Peniston at the Shadow? Shut up. It's a big party. Sponsored by White Castle's, the French onion cheeseburger. Have you tasted that? It's for a limited time. It's the next big crave. And tonight, the Shadow Nightclub is absolutely free. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, Shadow's free. Tomorrow night, you pay, but it's CeCe Peniston. Hey, speaking of free, so AJ is talking about 106 and Park. I thought we were going to get an interview with AJ. I don't know whatever happened. He talks to everybody else. He's not talking to us. Maybe there's something to be uncovered, and he thinks I know it. AJ, I don't know anything more. Other than that you've got a wife who's a doctor, so you'll be okay. For a minute there. You know what I mean? Until your show starts on UPN. Well, here's what AJ says. If you're trying to aggressively keep someone, you don't offer them a month-to-month contract. Well, that's true. Damn, they were treating them like stepchildren over there. That's very ghetto. I thought for sure AJ and Free might have had contracts. Well, you know what? Then again, they probably thought that you and Free couldn't go anywhere and get that kind of light anyplace else. So that's them not thinking very much of you all. on a few different levels. And Stephen Hill.
How you doing?
Who is BET's executive, I don't know, of programming. Yeah, he's the head of the programming there. Well, he says, which means that he's the one who signs off who's on the radio. I mean, on the TV over there.
He green lights everything.
All right.
How you doing?
Well, he says about AJ and Free that they gave amazing face to our video programming and programming in general. AJ and Free are stars, absolute stars. Okay. The Soul Train Awards are coming up, everybody. Don Cornelius is executive producing the Soul Train Awards. Guess I won't be working that red carpet this year either.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry.
September 17th. Wait, what are they doing? September 17th through the 24th. Oh, that's when they're taping. Boy, they're doing a few different days of taping. So they're not going to be live this year. I don't think they're ever live, though. I don't know. All I know is that Aretha Franklin is set to get the coveted Lena Horne Award for Outstanding Career Achievement, and that's great. They say that this year, Aretha Franklin's Entertainer of the Year Award will be presented to her. Excuse me. Aretha is set to make an appearance on the Soul Train Music Awards. A. Marie is going to get the Aretha Franklin Entertainer of the Year Award. Yeah, that's big for A. Maria. That's good, A. Marie. But Aretha Franklin's going to show up at the awards. That's great. This is the 10th annual. It's actually the Lady of Soul Award, not the Soul Train Music Awards. That's nice. Guess who else is going to be there? Guests scheduled to attend. Well, first of all, George Duke is going to be the musical director, as usual. He does a great job. John Legend is scheduled to be there. Sierra is scheduled to be there. Tony Braxton is scheduled to be there. And Brian McKnight is scheduled to be there.
Ow.
Dr. Phil's show has been renewed for 5 more years. No, I like that show.
Oh, I'm sorry, you like that?
Well, yeah. You know what? When I take a day off from work, a day where all I want to do is sit in the house and enjoy my surroundings, because I like to take those kind of days, you know. I schedule Dr. Phil into my must-see TV. I like the Dr. Phil show. So he's scheduled for 5 more years. He averages 7 million viewers per day. 13% of American households are watching Dr. Phil. That's making more money for Dr. Phil, more money for Oprah, and more money is good, and ratings are good, and so Dr. Phil's going to be around. I'm glad about that. Art. Wendy, I need your opinion on something. Something that is going to affect my personal and professional future.
Oh. Is it one of those?
I don't know. I'm reading along with you. Zoe just came back from the fax machine and gave these to me, so I'm reading it raw. I have a 2-part question. I'm a 31-year-old single, childless by choice female, and I have a wonderful, well-paying career with a very large financial company. I also have a small business as an independent life insurance agent. See, I've been in and out of a relationship with a wonderful man for 7 years. We have been friends all our lives. We dated for 3 years, then I moved out of state to advance my career. I moved back to Connecticut a little over a year ago, and we started dating again. Now my job wants me to relocate to Scottsdale, Arizona, and I have to give them an answer no later than September 2nd, and then move within 6 months after the transfer is complete. I want to move, and my boyfriend wants to move with me. Hit the timbales. My eyes have zhuzhed down, and I see where the snafu is. Hit it.
Here we go.
The problem is, Wendy, he has 6 kids by 2 different women.
What the?
And the kids age between 17 and 15 months.
Damn.
The 15-month-old has Down syndrome.
Oh.
God.
Oh my God.
That's like mildly retarded.
It's not that. It's this woman's life and the man and, all the damn kids. Now he wants to move with her.
Damn. God help her.
Hold on, there's more. Not that. There's just more. I don't want to have any kids of my own, Wendy, and I'm not ready to get married due to the demanding career I have, but I love this man, and I love being with him. I want him to stay here in Connecticut to be with his kids. She's a bitch. She's like, to be with his kids.
Put that where?
All 6 of them.
Put that where? Back there.
She says, I want him to stay in Connecticut to be with his kids because I feel they need him. He feels he does not have to be in the household to be a good father, which he really is a good father financially and quality time, Wendy. So do you think it is selfish of me to take him from his kids? Am I crazy for willing to risk letting the love of my life go for my career and my conscience? Please, Wendy, be honest and open and add anything that I may not have already weighed. I don't know what to do. Help. Signed, In Love in Connecticut. She doesn't want children. He's got a plethora of kids. She's 31. She's old enough to know whether she wants kids or not. Although, in my opinion, that sometimes that doesn't change until about 36. When, your biological clock is ticking so hard, you can't even sleep at night. You know what I mean? Sure, have them come with you.
Oh, that's
Why can't they visit? On.
Well, the kids stay with the 2 babies' mamas, so she doesn't have to deal with that. They just will come out there and visit, and he'll fly back and forth from Scottsdale to Connecticut.
What if they have a kid together?
She doesn't want kids, and she's smart enough working in the financial industry and chasing her career. She's layering her birth control. While he wears a condom, she's taking the pill on a sponge and got a patch stuck to her booty and the Depo shot. She's layering the birth control. Sure, take him with you. You called him the love of your life. If he has 6 kids, great. That's terrific. They're ages 17, which is old enough. They're past that, you ain't my mama. You know what I mean? You probably get along real well with 17-year-old. Yeah. It's that 9, 10, and 12-year-old you have to watch because that's that you ain't my mama stage. I ain't got to do that. That's that age, boy. Does he have money to hold down his own kids, though? See, that is the big concern with dealing with a man with children, whether it's 1, 6, or 25. As long as it's not dipping in your pocket.
She's doing good on her own.
On her own. But she also realizes that you can't spoon your money. True. And if she lets the love of her life go, she might regret it and she might stay on her own. That's no fun. And I don't care how prestigious your job is or your paycheck. She doesn't want kids. She didn't say she doesn't want love. Take him with you. He's got to get a job, though, before he comes out there. Or he's got to get a job before he moves all of his crap and stuff. I mean, he's got to get a job, and I don't just mean some job. I mean a job that's going to help you be able to look at him respectfully as a man. For some women, that doesn't take much, but for this corporate mama, that might be a bit more money. I don't know what his skills are. You didn't mention it. He's the love of your life, though. Throw caution to the wind. Take him with you. The kids will be back in Connecticut.
Yearning for their dad.
Yearning for their father. Yeah. There's a phone. You can get yourself a picture phone. So, you know, when you dial up the number, then you can see the picture.
She's serious.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's he supposed to do? They're all the way in Scottsdale, Arizona compared to Connecticut.
Yeah, but them young ones need to pop around, at least nearby.
Well, he should have thought about that before he went out there and had 6 kids with 2 different babies' mothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, things happen.
Oh, and by the way, the same way he did those babies' mothers, leaving them with those 6 kids, is the same way he could potentially do you. Just keep that in mind, too, Mama.
Plus, Down syndrome runs in the family. Get enough napkins to wipe that drool off.
Marty!
Oh, easy. Okay, but basic. Sorry.
Ain't no good gonna come to you. Oh, boy. All right. Take him with you. Take him with you. Have a wonderful life. Don't let him too far into your finances. If it ends as wildly as it might end. You want to be able to make the breakup as hopefully clean as possible and continue layering up on your birth control if you don't want children. I wish you well. You all, I love you for being here today. Once again, a shout out to the fabulous Cater by Shawnee. I got a fax from this girl named Janice. Janice says, the caterer you mentioned today is who I want to do my wedding. I saw her at City College, and she's phenomenal. I lost her card. Can you please give me the telephone number on the card? Yeah, Cater by Shawnee. She does a lot. She's done Malak Rock's things, Chris Rock's wife. She does Susan Taylor's stuff. She's done stuff for Hillary Clinton, and she does everything from, soul food to, gourmet specialties. She brought lunch up here today for us. Fabulous. Here's a website, caterbyshawnee.com. SHAWNEE. Caterbyshawnee.com. Just delicious stuff. I mean, the stuff she does with roses, she incorporates flowers in with her. The presentation is absolutely beautiful, and the food to die. As a matter of fact, I'm taking a whole few trays of that food home.
She had caviar in a flour.
Yeah, she had caviar in a flour, and we were eating that with something. And I can tell you, that's one of the many things that I'll be luxuriating on as I watch B and Bobby Brown tonight. I got my food all laid out with Cater by Shawnee. Thank you, Shawnee. Shout out to everybody up there in Sugar Hill, Harlem. You got a little jewel there on 154th Street. All right, gotta go. You all have a wonderful night. Wonderful, and we'll talk tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's the Wendy Williams Experience every weekday from 2 to 7 right here on your radio station. And Vaughn Harper's Quiet Storm is up next. Filling in for Vaughn today, the fabulous Champagne. So don't give her a hard time. It's Champagne in for Vaughn next on 107.5 WBLS. Bye-bye. Thank you.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And